Okay, so round 7 starting off. So quick recap. Obviously, probably the most pressing threat at the minute is Li Mei has been jumped by a previously hidden gang of goblins. However, it seems that Zwan is also having some trouble at the minute, being pincushioned by a couple more that have stumbled around a corner. So, quite fittingly, Zwan, it is your turn.
Yes, indeed. I've had a whole week to think about his turn. So, I know there's two guys in front of me, but I'm assuming I've heard somebody is very much in distress way back here.
You would have heard commotion. There's a little bit of a ledge here, so you wouldn't really be able to see exactly, but you know that the rest of the party is up there.
I think I'm still going to do the same thing, because with two guys here and just me, I don't feel that confident sticking around and taking them on myself, especially because I don't know what's around the corner. So I'm going to take my move and bonus action dash. Oh.
Yeah,
pause, I think.
Yeah, paused. Which gives me 80 feet of movement.
Okay.
And I ignore rough terrain, and I ignore
the map.
Double for climbing.
Yeah.
So I can go all the way up here, basically.
Nice.
And I'm going to try and stab the hobgoblin.
Okay.
Now next to you. With my rapier. Oh, I clicked the map instead of my thing. Oh yeah. Attack. 15.
That should tell you, but it hasn't. That is a miss. Your rapier at the last minute is kind of intercepted by the hobgoblin's shields. He kind of slams that down to protect his exposed flank.
Damn. Well, that wasn't worth a week of thinking. I'm going to move just my last 5 feet this way.
Okay.
Allowing more space for people who might actually hit this guy to come in and hit the guy.
Sure.
And turn.
Alright, Elias, your turn.
Yes. I've also had a week to think of this turn. But I didn't.
Yes. Staying in character then.
Yeah, seeing the... what... Can I see these two down here?
From your vantage point, probably not. They're only stunty.
Okay, fair.
And you're far enough away from the ledge.
Yeah, in that case, the only enemy I can see is these guys up here, so I will turn and at... I will cast Mind Sliver on the hobgoblin.
Okay. That is a failure.
Okay. That's 5 psychic damage. And he minus a d4 of his next saving throw.
Okay.
And then... I don't know if it's to use the shove or not. I guess I'll move up a little bit closer, but I'll just kind of hold my ground.
Okay.
Li Mei.
Right, so Li Mei, you can obviously see the goblins ahead of you, and obviously the hobgoblin right next to you as well. You can also hear your allies starting to, kind of move up to support you. Obviously, Zwan has kind of come in like a lightning bolt, even if it was slightly less effective than he'd hoped.
Yeah. I So I've been told by Guy. I don't know whether this is a good idea because it's been told by Guy.
You've been told by Guy. I would just go ahead and assume it won't be, but let's see it.
To like actively defend, but what I might do, because I'm quite on low health and I remember them hitting quite hard. I think I might just run. So I might just disengage if that's okay.
Okay, sure.
And back up a bit. That thing has been blown up, right? From what I remember.
The Huacha, yes, that got
Yes.
incinerated
Okay, I'm
last
going to back
session.
up as much as possible. But then, as a bonus action, I'm going to use... I know this... just so I don't die. Actually, I might get... Can I do it? Yeah. Can I get mine here? I might use my fighting spirit just to get extra temporary hit points. Because I might as well.
Okay. How many instances of that do you get? Oh, yes, that's about, doesn't it?
I get 3.
And that's per
Yeah,
progress,
yeah.
isn't it? Alright, cool. So,
Yeah.
you take a
About-
moment to kind of compose yourself there.
Yeah, and that is all I'm going to do because I don't think it would have been good for me to stand and fight, I'm going to be honest. So end my turn there.
Okay, cool. So, we just Goblin who, seeing this kind of, eerie blue beam illuminating his two companions there, is going to make the assumption this probably isn't a good thing. So he is instead going to choose not to pass through that, and he will take a pot shot at Wide Eye with his bow there. And it is going to hit. Not very much. So Wide Eye, the arrow is crude, the head clearly not particularly sharp, it barely penetrates your flesh. More of an annoyance really, but you take a moment to kind of yank it out again and just toss it to the ground. Seeing how ineffective that arrow was, the Goblin's going to decide that he doesn't actually want to be around when that large bear-like man gets any closer, and he's going to withdraw a little bit. Right, this other Goblin is a little bit far away from combat, so he is going to prepare an action. And that brings us to Wide Eye's turn.
Right, okay. Well, I would say, speaking of the fact that he is a bear-like man, and that this fight's been going on for a very long time, and he's not had much action, and everyone around him seems to be getting hurt, I do believe that his anger is going to get the best of him, and Wide Eye is going to bear form.
Arrgh.
Nice.
More than time.
Yeah, exactly. So he'll start to do his change. I also get 4 temporary hit points, so they're going to add.
Okay.
No, they are not. So I'll just do it manually on here. Not 40, Jesus Christ. Although. There we go. Yeah, seeing everything that's going on, he is just straight in.
Yep.
He
Gonna
just
start
wants
laying down the
fucking
hose.
blood. So where is it? He's gonna go reckless.
Okay.
Wow. Wow.
Well, you
Well, the other one
avoided
was
the
a
nat
crit,
one. Okay, so Wise Eye, as imposing as this bear transformation is, it does give the hobgoblin time to react.
I accidentally just clicked on something. Ignore that. Sorry. There we go.
So, seeing you approach, he takes a defensive posture, and instead of trying to block the attack with his shield, he instead kind of parries it with his blade, directing it kind of down away from him, which is probably the right choice because it hits the ground with some force.
Well, that's annoying. But that's all he'll do for now.
Join
That's
the
all
club.
he can do. Right.
A whole week to plan and just 1 moment to roll shit. Alright, so this goblin, Chris, would you stick Moonbeam just in the chat?
Yep.
So that we can just use that.
Yeah, turn off
Because he is going to
that
have
and
to
that.
roll.
So DC 15 con save.
Let's see if that's going to work for him. And if it does work, let's see if that's going to be enough to save him. Oh no, I'm rolling as wide eye. Please disregard. Don't know why I'm rolling as wide eye.
And now he's going to roll a 20.
No, I'm going. Yeah, well.
What can I
Reg,
say?
I'm blaming that one on you.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Cheers, Rich. Determines by his sudden twist of fate, this kind of eerie light washes over him, leaves him with a little bit of tingle in his skin, but not too much. He's going to kind of take this as a sign that he is in fact the tribe's chosen one, and he is going to move to kind of aggressively try and shank this bear in the side.
Is he taking no damage then because it's a nat 20?
Because it's a nat 20, yeah.
Okay.
That's usually how I roll crit saves.
Yeah,
on,
no worries.
Effects like that.
Why doesn't Richard do that for us more?
You should roll the wrong thing and then I can call the right one afterwards.
No, you can't be attacked with advantage because of your feature. So the blade, he goes for a slash, and it's just the blade is too blunt to kind of pierce your now thickened hide. So you kind of get more of like a whack with it, but it doesn't. The gollo is not particularly strong, so it doesn't cause you any real harm. The hobgoblin, however, now has to see if he's going to hold up to the moonbeam. He is, however, not critically.
So he
So
takes...
you want to roll
half
that damage and then we'll half it?
Yep.
So round that up for the sake of it. That's going to be 7 damage, which is enough to kill him actually. So the light just starts to kind of overwhelm this hobgoblin. Wide Eye, you watch as his skin just starts to burn and peel under this unnatural light. And he heals over. Alright, seeing that, the other gobbo over here is going to, again, elect to use his short bow, and he's going to take a shot at the easiest target. Which in this case is you, Wide Eye. Kind of stood. I mean, to be honest, you're really probably the only target now that you're in your bear form, probably blocking his view of everyone else. However, again, this arrow seems to be just as crap as the first one, and obviously with your now thickened fur, this one finds even less purchase than the other one. This goblin over here, however, is going to be a bit sneakier. He's going to prepare an action at the base of that cliff. You can't quite see over it again, he's only stunty, but he's got his bow over ready. Okay, Yinfu.
Yeah. Let's see how far away we are. Excellent. Cool. I'm gonna Oh no, I'm gonna measure my way. No, I'm gonna walk my way over here.
Okay. So
and
as
then-
you slide down, he uses that prepared action to take a shot at you.
Yep. Nice. Oh.
Why am I still targeting wide eye?
It misses. 16 AP.
So the arrow kind of whizzes past you as you kind of slide down this cliff.
And then I'm gonna attempt an unarmed strike on him.
Okay.
Wow.
So the gobbo sees, this charge coming, decides he doesn't want to be anywhere near it, and he kind of throws himself to the side. You kind of bring your horns up into where you think he was, but find air waiting for you instead.
Yup. And do I have any? Nope, I don't. So that's the end of my turn.
Alright, this goblin is going to try and take advantage of the fact there is only one of you. He's going to reposition himself, try and avoid hitting his comrades, and then he is also going to fire. However, he misses too. Although the arrow passes a bit close for comfort. Okay, Erlang, your turn.
Right. First things first. I am going to pop up Lee May again with another Balm of the Summer Court charge.
Okay.
You're welcome, Zed. You get 2 health back and a temporary hit point. If you've already got more temporary hit points, you can choose to ignore that one.
I've already got temporary points, but thank you.
So, have 2 health back.
Cool. Do that now.
I'm then
Okay,
gonna-
cool. So, Lee May, you kind of feel a small surge of healing. It seems to have diminishing returns, but at this point, beggars can't be choosers.
No.
I'm then going to move up behind the big bear man.
Mm-hmm.
Can I see these ones at the back here now that
You
there's...
would be able to, yeah.
Yeah. In that case, I'm going to use my action again to move that template to there.
Okay.
Done.
Alright, so the last goblin, that means he is now starting his turn here, so he is going to have to roll. Which we'll find now. Okay, so he fails that one. Do you want to roll me some dice?
Yeah. 5 damage.
Okay, so it hits him, and you can kind of see burns start to blister on his skin, but he manages to kind of get out of the way of it before it becomes any more troubling than that. So he again can't really do much at this point, so he's going to just kind of move a little around to get line of sight, and then he's going to try and hit the bear with arrows because he's not feeling as brave as his companion. Especially now that the hobgoblin's dead. However, he has a similar problem, and these arrows, kind of wide-eye, you're just almost amused, really, as this kind of hail of arrows just, pelts your skin to just no effect. And that is his turn, so Zwan, you're up.
Cool. I'm gonna move there. I'd probably have to go here and then up, wouldn't I? So that's like 15. Oh, I'm measuring. And just try and see what's here. I can see 3 guys. Alright. So I'm gonna use yeah, go on, let's see how they work. I'm gonna use my bonus action with whatever it's called. Fast hands. which means I can use an object. And I think using an object counts for laying down caltrops.
Yeah, sure. So you kind of reach into your robes and pull out this bag of caltrops.
And I'm going to place them just ahead of me here. I don't know if I can... there we go. Ah, nice, there we go. And that took one away as well. So that's my bonus action. For my action, I'm going to attack this goblin that's next to me. I'll just move back next to him.
Also, swiftly casting these caltrops onto the ground to kind of cover your rear, you turn to engage this distracted goblin.
Which is a 19.
Which is a hit.
Which I gain the sneak attack because I have a friend in 5 feet. Which is an extra 2d6, which I forgot last time. 15 damage.
Okay, so you skewer this goblin as he's distracted. You kind of see confusion in his eyes. How could this be? He was the chosen one. Although that delusion dies with him.
What did I move? 10, 15, 20. And I'll just say, as I move away again, I'll say, let them follow. I've slowed them down. And I'll move 20 feet back towards where the rest were coming from. And then my turn.
Okay, cool. So, Wide-Eye, you kind of watch as one slays this goblin, then retreats, and you can kind of see the kind of glint of the firelight off these steel caltrops just, kind of scattered across the natural choke point here. But, Elias, it's your turn. You've kind of heard Swan's words as he moves back.
Okay. Not really being able to see much of what else is in that room. I did see Yinfu run off down that direction, so I'll head over this way. And as I pass Li Mei, can I pass her a healing potion?
Yep, I'd count that as a bonus action.
Okay, bonus action. And let's take that out of my inventory. Is there a way to just like transfer to someone? Oh.
Possibly. Let me have a look. If not, I can just give one to if you take it out of yours.
Yeah, I'll do that. So I've got one left in my inventory. And then I'll... So, 10.
Right, Li Mei, I've given you that healing potion to your inventory.
Perfect, thank you.
Okay, so from this close to the cliff, can I see anything? It's kind of hard to tell.
You can see that Yinfu's brawling one gobbo and another is, trying to line up a steady shot.
Okay. Right, I'll take aim at this fella over here. I'll hit him with another mind slip. On this one. Nice.
How's that one?
3 psychic.
Okay, so you kind of get into his mind, interfere with him a little bit as he's trying to, kind of get a bead on Yinfu.
That'll be the end of my turn.
Okay, Li Mei, you catch this potion from Elias as he goes past.
And is it? Did you say it was going to be a bonus action?
You
take, or-
might be able to activate it from your inventory.
Ooh. Aha. Okay. Ooh, fancy. Sorry. Ooh.
7 healing. Okay. So, want to add that to yourself. So you gulp this down. It is quite a strange sensation as you start to feel some of the more superficial wounds start to knit themselves together.
Yeah. I've added it, by the way. Cool. And are you counting that as an action, as it says there, or a bonus action?
I count that as a bonus action.
As a sorry.
Bonus action to drink
Bonus.
potions.
Brilliant. Okay. I actually might just go down to. Oh, that's measuring. Might stand with Elias. Or maybe a bit. Yeah. And just prepare, like, actively defend. If I can do that.
Okay,
okay?
cool. So
Yeah.
you kind of regroup a little bit. And again, from here, you can see that there are 2 goblins immediately a threat in front of you.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And that's all I'm gonna do.
Alright, so this goblin can't really see too much. He's noted, however, that he's not having much luck against the bear, so he's going to move a little bit, and he's going to try and take a shot at you, Erlang.
Yeah, that
And
hits.
hits. Ooh, and he rolls pretty well for it.
Yep.
So the arrow finds its mark, and you kind of gasp at the impact. Blood starts to trickle down, but you try and focus on keeping this moonbeam active. So if you'd roll me concentration.
Hey.
You grit your teeth through the pain, obviously aware that this has been a pretty important thing to have active, and you just kind of focus your efforts on keeping it going. That's a goblin's turn. Okay, so this goblin over here, he is going to move forward a touch. Wow, I think he can just about see you there, Yinfu, so he's going to take a shot. However, being a short bow, it is going to be disadvantaged because it's quite a distance. So yeah, the arrow kind of lands about 5 feet away from you. Okay, Wide-Eye, your turn. So obviously, there are enemies in front of you. There are caltrops between you and them, and the rest of your party seem to be going the other way.
No. Yeah. I don't know what he'd do, to be honest. Part of me thinks it's a stupid idea, but he's also enraged, and he hasn't killed anything, and he's getting dangerously close just to swinging at the closest thing to him. So he can see the glint on the floor. Wide-Eye is going to barrel forward, do a long jump to sort of land next to this goblin. So it's 10 feet, so I can jump up to 20 feet past.
Okay, so you kind of leap over this array of caltrops, landing next to this goblin.
Yeah, and he's just out for blood. He just wants to kill something, so I'll go reckless. Probably end up with nothing again, but oh, never mind. I actually get a crit.
So
Nothing,
you
huh?
swing, and you find the axe guiding your hand. And as the Gobbo tries to kind of scurry away from the impending blow, which to be honest, you've televised this pretty, it's quite obvious where you're swinging. You're relying on the force of it. And as the Gobbo tries to use his agility to get out of the way of this, you find the axe kind of turns the blade down at a very unnatural angle and kind of pulls downwards, and it finds the base of the Gobbo's neck and just severs its head.
Nice. I actually kind of forgot that I had a Vorpal for a moment. Oh, that's better. There we go. So what have I done? 10, 5. Yeah, and just immediately he's just going to turn and barrel towards the closest thing to him. And turn there.
Right, so this Gobbo needs to roll for the Moonbeam, which I will do once I find it. Yep, the Goblin fails that one.
Oh, that's a better roll.
Proceeds to be incinerated. Alright, so next Goblin. Seeing obviously help starting to arrive, he's going to take one kind of stab at you, Yinfu, then he's probably going to try and turn tail and flee.
Ooh.
Ooh, yes, that is a critical failure, so make an unarmed attack against him. The fight goes on. Okay, so both of you are kind of just lashing out at each other in quite close quarters. Nothing's really getting done. Sensing that this isn't going to work, and he's not going to deal with you in time to get away from all this, he's going to try and flee, so make an opportunity attack as well.
Yep.
And try and do better.
Hey!
Okay, there we go. So you want to roll that damage. Okay, so as he tries to get away, you kind of throw yourself after him with like a double-footed kick and just like crump him right in the back of the head.
Very nice.
He kind of collapses, twitching on the floor. Which now means it is your turn.
Oh.
Sorry guys, I'm just going to need to step away for about 25-30 minutes. Something to come up, but I'll be back as soon as I can. If someone else wants to play my turn, if it comes up, which it probably will.
Alright, we'll stay in character for you.
I'll be back as soon as I can.
This Gobbo up here, which square is he actually in?
I don't know why they've started kind of...
It's a GM thing. If you don't use like your like mouse keys, it like shuffles it outside of the grid. Don't know why.
Yeah, he's in that one basically, but yeah, it's a little bit off.
I'm gonna attempt a horned attack on him. Ugh. Well, that's the end of my turn.
Okay.
Oh, actually. Glancing behind me, how are people looking?
Well, at the minute, you can only see Elias and Lee May, and they're a bit far away to really tell what's up. You can see that Lee May's just in the process of discarding a potion vial.
I'm gonna hedge my bets and throw another healing word at her, just at first level this time. 7 healing.
Okay, cool. So Li Mei, you get a bit more help from Yin Fu, and a few more wounds start to suture themselves.
That's the end of my turn for real this time.
Thank you.
Alright, so this goblin is not going to make the same mistake that his comrade did. Instead, he's going to take the disengage action. He's going to attempt a running leap. However, he lands slightly short, and it is doing that thing again there, isn't it? Oh well, it's good enough. So he lands a little bit short, kind of stumbling into the water, and he is going to make a Dex saving throw. Okay. That's going to be the end of his turn. So, Erlang, brings us to you.
Right. I am gonna use my last Balm of the Summer Court, I think, to top myself up, because I'm starting to look a little bit worse for wear. And I'm gonna heal 1 health and give myself a 1 temporary hit point. Then I'm gonna also move down this way to see what's going on. And then I'm gonna use my action again to move the moonbeam. Nope. Just down behind us so I can move it again in future if I need to. And that's me done.
Am I right in thinking it's a minute's duration for Moonbeam?
I believe so, yeah. So that'll be 10 rounds of combat, and I can't remember what round I started it on.
Well, what are we on now? Round 9. So I think
Round
we've probably
9.
got like maybe maximum 4 turns left, I'd say.
Yeah.
Well, I've always found that really funny how the timings work in D&D, how like you've basically blitzed through all this in less than a minute.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I like how I run 80 feet in 6 seconds.
Yeah.
Consistently.
Yeah. And have time to just, throw caltrops, stab things. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It's, thematically stupid, but mechanically necessary.
Yeah.
Alright, so, speaking of going fast, Swan, it is your turn.
Yep. I'm going to do my customary dash. And I'm going to go... Hello? Measure me, please. 85 foot gets me to... 80 foot gets me to here. So
Okay.
sort of near this cover, but not quite on it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to move all the way that way.
Okay.
And take a shot of this guy who I can now see with the break in the
Yeah.
rocks here. With my short bow. It's only a 9.
Okay, so you take a pot shot, but obviously having been running at speed, it's not the most carefully aimed pot shot. The arrow kind of splashes next to the gobbo.
And that's my turn.
Right, does somebody want to play Elias how you see fit? Don't mind who.
I don't want that responsibility. If something happens to Elias, Cal will kill me. And I can guarantee on my watch.
Yeah.
So
Well, he
not
was
me.
he was
Frank's not
moving
it.
this way with us, right?
It was, yeah.
He would probably.
I mean, if
he would
he's always
probably
seemed like a
slide
melee
down
fighter
this.
to me.
That seems like an alliance thing. And
Moving Mind Sliver.
yeah, what's the range on Mind Sliver? Did he post it up
Mind
here?
Sliver is.
I want to say 30.
60 feet.
It's longer than that, I think.
Oh, really?
Which is just outside of. So he'd probably get to within range if he can still see, considering like the guys below them.
Yeah, it's a little bit hard to see from that point. You might need to close the gap a little bit.
Yeah. Well, what did he move? 10 feet to there.
Move 10 feet there, and he'd obviously have to slide down, which wouldn't cost him any extra because he's going down. So
Yeah,
it gives him an
that's
extra 20.
Yeah. But yeah, maybe he still can't see this guy actually.
I think it'd be a tall order with the kind of
Yeah.
rising rocks there. Now, would he dash? He's quite cautious in combat, so
He is fairly
I'm gonna
cautious.
say that he's maybe going to prepare an action just in case.
Yeah, I was going to say the same.
So, Li Mei, a little bit more revitalized than previously.
Lot more.
You can see your friends are kind of starting to leave you behind.
Yeah, I'm just wondering whether Wide Eye's got this one up here, and I don't think I can get feasibly close enough. It's hard when everything's so far away. Yeah, no. Actually,
Those crates when you need them.
Yeah. Don't tempt me. I will. Actually, there's just stuff here, isn't there?
Well, there's detritus. Assorted rubbish.
Do you... Okay. Alright. Well... Can't really go through, can I? No. Oh, that's annoying. Where's that other goblin that I can see on the tracker?
There's one like way over here.
Oh! I know what I'm gonna do then. I'm gonna dash. Yeah, I'm just gonna come next to one. Yeah.
Oh, hello.
Hello. Would you say I have sight of this one here, Crispy?
Yeah, that would be, I'd say, within sight.
Cool. I'm gonna use my short bow then. Need to just... Does that hit?
Yes, that does in fact hit.
Fantastic. Bad damage. Oh wait, no! I dashed. Ignore that. I dashed.
Oh, that is true. Yes, you did. So
Ignore me completely. I will just end my turn there. Yeah. I could have got away with that by now.
Definitely a brain fart moment. All right. Well done for your.
All done for my turn.
Well done for your honesty, at least. Right. Okay. So this goblin facing Wide Eye has just seen him just decapitate an ally, so he is going to panic a little bit, given that Bear's attention is now firmly on him, and he is going to take what he thinks is a logical action. He's going to disengage. He's going to run and throw himself into this cage, and he's going to hurriedly lock the door behind him, hoping that the bear won't be able to get in. And that's the end of his turn. Right, this goblin over here, he's starting to get a little bit conflicted, because on the one hand, he knows he's got a ally that could probably use some covering fire. On the other hand, he knows that there are approaching enemies, and he doesn't really want to end up on the wrong side of those. So he's going to take a quick shot. Probably the only people he can see are Elias and Yinfu, so he's going to take a pot shot at Elias. However, I believe that is out of range. I'll just double check. Yes, so it will be disadvantaged still. That is a critical fail, so his bow actually snaps, which is the final straw he needs to make for the rest of his decision. He is going to turn, and he is going to flee a little bit. Or at least he will when I select him rather than measuring.
That's so weird, the square thing.
I know, I don't know why it does that. Alright, Wide Eye, your turn.
Okay, yeah, it's just watch this goblin run. Very interesting maneuver. Just curiosity, what are these crates made out of?
Just kind of timber, quite, not particularly sturdy, but like the logs are thick enough that it takes some battering with an axe potentially to break open.
Right, it's gonna come to the front. Okay, so like the locking mechanism, what does that look like?
It's fairly simple, kind of like a bolt. By the looks of it, with like a small padlock.
Okay, and then like how thick is the wood around where it is put in?
It's clearly been cut from a tree. It's maybe a couple inches thick.
How big is the cage?
About, maybe 7 foot cubes, give or take.
Just out of curiosity, you were to estimate its weight.
Hard to say, but probably going to be, about, maybe 60 kilos top.
Yeah. 60 kilos is nothing. Wide Eye would like to push the cage into the water.
Roll me an athletics, man.
Oh, what the hell? Why is that? It just moved me to Elias because he spoke.
I'm back.
You moved forward and couldn't see anything. Something shot at you, but rolled a nat 1, so he snapped his bowstring.
Just out of curiosity.
Okay, cool.
And now Wide Eye is pushing
any...
a cage that a goblin is hiding into the water behind the cage.
Oh, okay, cool.
Standard.
I mean, does an athletics count as a strength check?
Well, athletics is not, because it is a subcategory thereof.
Okay. Oh well, let's see what we can do.
Yeah, that'll do it. So, Wide Eye, you kind of grab the lower rungs of this cage, just lift and flip. The goblin kind of realizes what's happening, and you kind of hear a panicked scream as he, obviously tries to kind of reach the lock to let himself out, but he goes kind of tumbling with the cage, and you kind of step forward and watch as there's a large splash. You kind of watch the goblin start to, panics, trying to open this cage, but it just starts sinking around him. Eventually finds himself submerged, and then you lose sight of him in the murky depths.
Okay.
I'm going to put him down there, and we will determine what his fate is going to be at another time.
And how far did I move? 5, 10, 15, 10. Yeah, there. Then he's going to head back towards
Okay.
the entrance, considering he can't see anyone else in here.
Alright, so in that case, that'll bring us to Yinfu's turn.
Okie dokie. Where have we got bodies? Is there difficult terrain to get across this water?
Well,
This guy, or
you'd have to slide down into a river and then move it if you wanted to swim it, or you could try and leap over it.
Tell you what, let's give it a leap option.
Okay.
Let's go from the top here, and then how does my mirthful leap situation work? I always forget. Roll a d8. Okay. Are you gonna... Nope, not go. That's a d10. Fuck's sake.
Yes. 2 feet plus your standard jump distance.
Yeah, how does that work again? Sorry, I forget this every time.
As do I. Let me look it up.
Let me get it.
Thanks. At some point, some of this
Does it
information will
say
sink in and
running
stay.
jump, so that will help.
Long jump.
Well.
Number of feet up to your strength score if you move at least 10 feet on foot immediately before the jump.
Okay, so you get to move 11 feet, which is not going to work.
Shit.
So, Yinfi, you kind of count on using your mirthful leap, however you stumble over a pebble, only getting you halfway across the river. And as you land, it's quite deep water and it appears to be moving quite rapidly, in the middle at least.
Okay. Do I have any movement left? I think that's 13 total.
It would be swim speed at this point.
Oh
and
shit!
It would require athletics, given that it's fast moving.
Would the water be a problem for me doing anything? Or can I attempt to still do something?
It would depend entirely on what it was you were attempting to do.
I would like to attempt a thunder wave.
Are you sure?
No, actually, no. How about that? Maybe I'll just flail my fist in his general direction.
Okay, so roll me attack at disadvantage, please.
Go.
Okay, Yinfu, so you attempt to kind of swing at him, but as you do, you get a kind of mouthful of water, have to stop yourself from choking. And in the efforts to kind of keep your head above water, you end up drifting 10 feet or so downstream as this current, kind of just takes hold.
Yeah, that's the end of my turn. I don't have an end turn button because it still says Wide-Eye's turn.
So it does. I'll skip those. So this goblin over here, he is going to scramble out to the top, and seeing the situation now, he is just going to dash. So 25 feet gets him there, and I can correct his squares. There we go. And so the remainder of his dash is going to get him. I should really check this actually. Do they have, what was their movement speed? It is 30. Okay. Don't know why it's showing like 35. Yeah, so he's going to try and get to cover as best he can. So Erlang, your turn.
Gonna similarly move down. How far can I get? Yeah, I'll move myself there. And once again, use my action to move the moonbeam
60 feet.
60 feet, yeah. Pop it there. Pascal checked as well on the video from last session. I cast it on round 3.
Right,
so
okay.
round 12 will be the last one, I believe. But that's me done.
Okay, so Zwan, you can kind of see and hear bleating from the water as Yinfu is swept downstream. Obviously, you've also kind of seen and heard goblins kind of skittering away along the far bank of a river.
Yes. So in terms of moving around these things with the spikes on them, is that going to hinder us, or is that more decorative?
So they are kind of barricades, so they will hinder you.
Cool. In that case, trying to see where I want to jump. I'm gonna follow Yinfu's lead.
Kind of a bold choice. I'm not sure it was a good idea.
I'm gonna move 10 that way, 10 that way, and then do a long jump.
Okay, so
Now
your strength score.
my strength score is 10, but I also have second story work, which means I can add my dex modifier, which is 4. So I can jump up 14 feet.
Okay, so 14 feet is going to get you to the other side. However, I am going to need you to make a dex saving throw, and it will be at disadvantage because you're landing on it.
Cool. Dex saving throw. Disadvantage 13.
Okay, so Zwan, you kind of land and you thank your lucky stars that you're practiced in these kind of things, because you find yourself looking at a very, very thin tripwire just at the water's edge, and you've managed to kind of stop your momentum just in time.
Well, that's lucky. So it's like just in front of me. So if I was to go up the...
You could step over it. It's quite low.
Okay,
It's
yeah.
kind of catch people who are trying to pull themselves out of the water, perhaps.
Yeah, I see. So I'm gonna... Well, I'll shout back that there's a... careful, they have more traps out the water. And I'm gonna... You know what, I'm just gonna dash up this way.
Okay.
So that's my normal movement, and then dash it. Bonus action is 10. I'll go to here. If I look at the watcher, are the arrows used in there sort of normal arrows, or are they big? Like
well, they've been expended,
they're all
so you
gone
don't know.
as well. Yeah. Okay.
And they've all, the remainder of the Watcher itself is probably still smouldering after the fireball.
Yeah. Okay. So I've moved another 10, 20. So I've got 20 left. Actually, no, apparently I have 10 left. That's fine. I'll move to here. Oh. I can see him with the light, but I guess I can't see him
feel
in
like
this corner.
yeah, just the way the wall
The light is a bit set back.
works on this. Yeah.
So I'll just ready in case anything pops out. I'll ready a short bow shot and end my turn.
Okay, cool. Elias, you're up. And possibly
Oh,
muted.
sorry, I was muted. Yes. Can I see these goblins over here? These 5.
No. The ones up there are kind of behind a palisade. I'm not sure I've managed to catch line of sight of them, to be honest.
Well, I'm not going to try the jump because I saw what happened to Yinfu. Juan barely made it. Well, I saw Yinfu fall in at least. So I'm just going to move up. Might have to dash at this point. Yeah. Well, bearing in mind what Schwan said, if I'm going to dash to get up through here, I'll keep an eye out for traps. Can I do like a perception check or something?
Yes, please roll me that as you move forward.
Not great. Not bad.
Okay, so obviously forewarned by Swan's previous experience, you kind of have a look as you go up, and you can't see the triggering mechanism, but you can see suspended from the ceiling is a kind of large log primed to kind of swing down at whoever triggers it going through this this little gap here.
Right. Okay. I'll turn to Lee May and like, watch out for the big log. And shit, what else can I do? Am I at like a safe enough distance where if I were to trigger the log to fall, it wouldn't hit me?
Where you are currently, you take a quick look at the ropes suspending it, and you feel pretty confident you'd be okay.
Okay. In that case, I will. The ground like here, is it like solid stone or is it loose?
It's quite loose, so you can see there's quite a lot of scree kind of on the floor.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Mold Earth. And on like that area.
Okay, so
just basically like lift and shift all the earth around to try and trigger the trap.
Sure, so you disrupt the earth, kind of pulling it up a little bit, and whatever mechanism was there seems to be quite sensitive, and this activates it. Sure enough, the log is released from its position up on the roof and swings down, kind of passing through empty space, but what would have been probably chest height had you been in that zone.
Great.
It kind of then just kind of comes to a natural stop, suspended on these ropes.
Is it well? Like I don't have the movement to do it now, but is it easy? Does it seem easy enough?
Oh yeah,
to move past now?
you'd be able to kind of duck under that quite easily.
Yeah, that'll be the end of my turn then, I think. Yeah.
Okay, so Lee May, you see Elias activate this trap, which is kind of good because you haven't spotted that log.
No, probably not, knowing Lime. Is there any, can I see if there's anything, is Yinfu, like, still, like, going downstream, like, actively?
Yeah, you can kind of see Yinfu bobbing along, arms flailing above the water.
Great. And is there, can I see if there's any traps just
Roll me a
before I hit
perception,
the wall?
please.
Okay. I hate my perception. Oh, alright.
Lee May, you see no traps.
Perfect. Okay. I'm gonna go get her.
Okay, so you kind of enter the water, and even, you know, kind of as it goes up to your knees, you can feel the current. So you reach out and kind of grab Yinfu, kind of arresting her passage down the river.
Thank you.
Okay. I might try and attempt to just bring us a little bit further back.
Okay, so it's going to cost you double movement because you're dragging her, but
That's okay.
you can kind of pull her to the shore.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, then that's my movement done.
Okay, so Yinfu, you're kind of fished out to the point where you can stand on your own two hooves again. You're still, you know, kind of knee deep in the water, but you're not at risk of getting swept any further down.
I'm still gonna slightly hold on to her until she says that she's okay. But yeah. And I'm gonna end my turn there.
Okay, cool. So, the goblin in the cage is going to attempt to become the goblin not in the cage. Let's see how that goes for him.
Wow.
Okay, so the goblin in the cage is no longer the goblin in the cage. Wiser, you kind of watch as this gobbo, you know, manages to get this lock open underwater and kind of reach the surface as he leaves the cage. I suppose actually you wouldn't be watching, you'd probably just hear, like, you know, a gasp of air as he breaches the surface. However, he is going to now try and clamber up here. Oh, it's going to cost him the rest of its movement. So he gets up there and just, starts panting and trying to catch his breath a little bit. Alright, this gobbo over here, now he is going to try and clamber up this rock. And he's going to ready an action. Okay, Wide-Eye, your turn.
Well, that goblin made a mistake. So, Wide-Eye is going to... Well, let me move for some reason. Oh, I've got measure on.
Measuring, yeah.
There we go. Yeah. So, because obviously that cage isn't there anymore.
Mm-hmm.
He's just going to very slowly walk up and attempt to finish the job. One thing I will have to do for the first time, actually, as he's walking over, bonus action, I will do rage again, because we've hit 10 rounds.
Okay.
So
the fact that this goblin has survived, despite your best efforts here, has royally pissed you off.
he is
You,
going to...
You intend to fix this.
Very much so. Wander over and... Obviously, reckless. Absolutely go for it. Wonderful. And...
So you lodge the axe just firmly in this goblin's back as he's kind of leaning over, trying to catch his breath. It just crumples him. He collapses virtually immediately. So you've scratched that particular itch, but now find yourself fairly separated from the rest of the group.
What the hell? Why are these trying to get there? Why is it saying what? Oh, it's still picking up from the last round. It's saying I moved here to there.
That's interesting.
Well, I'll just move there because that's my last 10. Yeah. And then end round. Yeah, there we go.
Okay, so Yinfu, back on terra firma.
Yeah, feeling better. So there are quite a few goblins in view. Excuse me, sorry for the coughing.
Again, that's largely due to how the walls are. These kind of ones up here are largely shielded by that barricade, but
Okay.
had to leave a gap for people to get up. It's not the best for that.
So I'm gonna give Lee May like a gentle tap. What's the situation here with this?
So that was the kind of area of mold earth that Elias used to clear the trap. So
Okay.
that can be deleted actually.
Cool. Is it still difficult terrain?
It would be because it's still molded.
Okay.
But it's only 5 feet of that. It's just the way bit position made it look a bit longer.
So I'm gonna scooch up here, I think.
Okay.
And then
As you do, the goblin at the top is going to use his prepared action, and he's going to take a pot shot at you.
Yep. I'm just mind sweeping these prepared actions.
The Moscow air defense methods just intercept these missiles with your face.
Yep.
Okay, so it misses you. Yinfu, you manage to kind of leap out of the way as you see it coming.
Cool. And then dude on the floor who I've got a decent view of, I'm gonna vicious mockery or attempt to.
Okay.
It's a DC 13 wisdom save.
He fails that.
3 damage. Cool. That's me.
Alright, so this goblin, not taking too kindly to that, he is also going to try and shoot you.
Isn't his bow snapped?
Oh, it is. Yes, well remembered. He is going to try and shoot you. Realise he doesn't have a bow. Give you the finger instead, and he's going to dash around there, then up here. And he is actually going to dash a little further back. Yes, well remembered, Rich. Okay, Erlang, your turn.
I also don't favour my chances at jumping over that rushing river, so I am going to similarly move up another 30 feet. And once again move the moonbeam 60 feet, and it can just sit in the river there, so no one fall in, please.
Yes, otherwise that might get quite painful. In fact, Lee May, you can see the surface of the river start to bubble slightly under these moonbeams.
Oh god.
Yeah, because moonbeam doesn't determine friend or foe. It's just if someone walks in.
It is very much an area denial tool. Yep.
Yup.
Okay, so Zwan, obviously you can kind of see now your comrades are sticking to the other side of the river, but they are at least starting to bunch up again, take a more coherent formation. Except Wide-Eye, who's nowhere to be seen. Although you did hear a few roars, so you have an idea.
I've just had a thought.
Oh no.
I want to, if I use like my bonus action dash and my action to push, can I push the Watcher all the way down into here?
It's largely incinerated. The wheels are not structurally
Oh, there's
sound.
a fireball, yes.
Yeah.
Damn, I was going to hopefully make a little bridge for people. In that case, I'm going to have a very boring turn. I'm going to move just to the corner here, knowing that I've seen arrows flying across this way. I don't want to.
Sure. So as you approach, you can kind of see a similar barricade to the others that you've encountered, and you imagine there are some murder holes in here which are being used to, kind of exchange fire with your friends.
Yeah, and I'm not awfully close, but could I check around here to see if there's something that resembles a trap?
Roll a perception at disadvantage.
Right.
You see no sign of a tripwire like the other trap.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And then I'm just going to ready an action like last time in case any pop out. I'll
Okay.
just shoot my bow, and that's it.
Sure. So I need to actually add some friends, which I should have done at the start of the round, so bear with me. Not that it matters. Okay, Elias, your turn.
Yes, my turn. Okay. I'll move up through the gap.
Okay. Okay, so Elias, so as you kind of get to this little raised, what looks like sleeping quarters, you can see that these cages are actually occupied. There are kind of a number of different kind of people trapped inside. Obviously, they've kind of been cowering a little due to the combat and trying to avoid any stray ammunition flying our way, but you can see that there's hope in their eyes as you approach. Rescue us! Please! Over here! Help us!
Oh my. Is one of them a Dragon Ball?
No, you can see that there's what appears to be 3 humans, a dwarf, and possibly a half-elf.
I'll shout to the others. I found some prisoners, but not the one we're after. Stay calm, good people. And then I'll turn and...
Oh god.
Yeah. I'm
I
gonna...
think we all know what's coming next.
Well, I don't know. Because not seeing the Dragonborn here and not being able to see what's behind this area, it's gonna have to be a little bit careful. And so yeah, we're still gonna do it, but it's gonna try and
Do it subtly.
yeah, do it in such a way as to not try and blow up anything that's hidden away back there. So yes, casting a fireball on that area.
Okay, cool. So there are going to be some dexterity saving throws here.
Yes. And that's 3
Okay, so
charges.
that one is a nat 20. Because
Nice.
apparently that's what I'm doing today. Just saving gobos. And there's also a pass, but not a crit. As is that one. That one fails.
Oh, I should probably... How do you... I hold shift. So they're all targeted when I roll my damage, and then I guess it makes it easier for you.
Okay, so the one that crit, he's shielded from the worst of the blast by the barricade. He manages to kind of endure that with no damage. The others, however, they're confident that the barricade will shield them. However, it only acts as extra shrapnel or splinters kind of intermingle with the blast, which even on half damage, that is going to do them all in.
Nice.
So let me sort that out.
But from these prisoners' perspective, I say, don't panic, good people. And over here, they just see...
that, yeah.
Alright. It's got a little skull in the top
Yeah, I
left
don't know
corner,
why it's still no one there. Okay, cool. So yes, this explosion has the added benefit of just obliterating that particular barricade.
Nice. Yeah, that'll be the end of my turn anyway.
Hey.
Okay, so Li Mei, you kind of again watch this streak of flame kind of reach across the chasm and just vaporize what was previously a pretty defensible position these goblins were holding down. You know that's going to make your assaults a hell of a lot easier.
I'm gonna go to Elias.
I guess that's going to be
Good job. And I'm gonna walk around the barricade, not through it, like it's telling me I am. I'm gonna go over here. And I think how much range does a short bow have? Let me have a look.
80 feet normally, 320 at disadvantage.
Okie dokie.
Is it 320? Let me check.
Yeah, I think
Yes.
that's right.
Yeah,
Oh,
320.
bastard. Right. Can I get closer? Do I have enough? Probably not. 90, isn't it? Oh. I will try it anyway. I will
Sure,
try
so-
and shoot at disadvantage.
Disadvantage, please.
Nope.
Okay, so your shot goes wide. It's not surprising. It's a bit of a long shot. And it's not the best bow, but you've obviously kind of scavenged.
And can I see from here if any of them are hurt at all? The prisoners? Can I?
The prisoners, you could roll me a medical check, please.
Yeah. Probably gonna be my best. But I'm not sure.
Okay, so at first glance, you can see that some of these prisoners have a kind of a range of bruises, kind of indicative of perhaps beatings and rough treatment. They also appear to be pretty thin. You doubt they've been getting fed properly.
They've been down here a while, would you say?
It's hard to tell, but their condition
Okay.
would probably suggest it.
Okay. And I'm gonna end my turn there then.
Okay, wide eye.
Before we actually start, because remember last session we talked about using the 2024 rules, so like when it came to doing reckless with javelins and stuff. It would still count.
Yes.
Just sent you a thing as well, because in the 2024 rules, if we're switching over to them for using it, rage can be extended as a bonus action as well.
Let's have a look.
At the bottom in the duration.
Range is still extended. Okay, then, so that would be kind of conditional to doing that. Yeah, I think that's a fairly reasonable ruling. It's not horrendously broken.
Okay, fair enough. Thank you.
It still has a hard cap on a 10-minute duration. Take on those actions, but that's a lot of turns.
I was gonna say that's only have three goes at the moment, up until level 9 when you get the ability to just it doesn't end unless you want it to. Anyway, I'm gonna run to here, just 15 feet, and then leap 15 feet.
Okay.
And then take the action to dash. Oh, right. Oh, I hate the fact it's just saying 15. 5,
Yeah,
10,
I don't know what it's
15,
doing, but-
20, 25, 30, so to like there. Whoa!
That's too far.
There we go. Yeah, and obviously bonus action, I'll just extend it, not knowing what's going on, where anyone is. He's in a mad rage rush.
Okay, info.
Okie dokie.
You get a slight smile after the gobbo that gave you the finger is just incinerated.
Yeah. All is good for the world. I'm gonna move further up. No, I'm gonna measure further up apparently. I don't think I can actually. Oh no, I can see.
You'd see that one, yeah. That
Yeah.
barricade's destroyed.
Okay, vicious mockery again. DC 13, wisdom.
All right. Yeah, that is a nat 1. So the fates swing hard either way for this gobbo.
Is it just normal damage or does that crit damage?
That would crit.
Nice.
So-
Thanks, dice.
Okay, so he survives a fireball and the explosive destruction of his cover. Yet Yinfu calls him a bitch to death. So
Yeah. House is good and right. I'm gonna move myself a little bit further along. Excuse me. And then that's the end of my go.
alright, so the remaining gobbo is going to move further into this cave. And you kind of hear, kind of panicked screeching from further down there, Yinfu.
Ooh.
Erlang, it is your turn.
Hearing there are prisoners down here, he is going to, because he also can't actually see any goblins at the moment, so I think I'm going to use my action to dash.
Okay.
And hope that it gives me, there we go. Use my action to dash to get over to the prisoners. And I will spend next turn looking them over. So I've still got concentration on Moonbeam, but I'm not moving it.
Sure. So they have, kind of you get a similar impression that Li Mei does at first glance. Obviously, these guys have been pretty badly treated in captivity. Right. So now, I don't know if I can enter these guys into combat without revealing what they are, so I'm not going to do that just yet, just in case, but when the time is right, I will add them, and they'll go on their respective turns.
Guys, I don't think it's goblins.
So, Zwan, it is your turn.
I'm very conscious that I'm on this side on my own.
Might be able to help someone get across.
That's a cough.
If
cough.
if Erlang's moonbeam wasn't here, it would be the perfect place for people to jump across.
But there is a bit here.
There is, but that's
So
like
I know I'm scared.
Like a good 15 feet probably to make the jump.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Around 20 maybe even. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I can definitely do it, but.
let me measure.
I can end concentration at any time, so I am actually going to do that. If people are looking to jump over, I am going to end concentration on Moonbeam.
Cool.
It's like, why the fuck is this here?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, go on then. I'll just move here. Hello. Can I stand there, or is that like? off the cliff?
Yes, it's land, but it's precarious land.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'll stand here, and if people can jump next to me, I can try and assist them as they land. I'll try and anchor myself in whatever way I can with my knowledge of climbing.
Okay.
And I won't ready an action to shoot because I'm ready to like catch people. I think that would be too much.
Okay.
Yeah, no bonus action either, so bias.
Okay. I will. It needs to be 30. Okay. I can queue someone up and give them a push of an extra 5 feet if they want to try and jump.
This feels like a mistake, but I'm tempted to take you up on it.
Okay.
Oh god.
So, well, it's only going to be one person.
Go after you
So, like,
It went so well last time
okay.
because everybody saved my ass.
Okay, I'll move up to here. And I will prepare an action to use my telekinetic shove on someone.
Okay.
A creature can willingly choose to fail the save. So,
Yep, that is fine.
Yep.
as Yinfu tries to make a jump across, I'll give her a 5 feet shove. Can I do anything else with my other? No. Oh wait, well technically, no, because it's also a bonus action. Shit. Okay, never mind. Yep, that's what I'm doing.
Good. Right. Well, I'm gonna do what. Actually, I'm gonna yell to Erlang. You alright getting them out?
I may not be able to free them, but I can help patch them up a bit.
Okay, we can leave. Actually, I think it's best if they stay down there.
We can come back for them.
Yeah. Okay. Oh god. Jesus. How am I gonna be able to do this? If I dash over again. Okay, I'm gonna dash over to. Oh, that's
Where?
measuring. That's why. Over here. Because.
To Udubu? His name's Swan.
Can I stand there, Crispy?
Yep, just about.
Just about. Okay, cool. And then I'm going to jump across.
In one movement, so take that. And your strength bonus is 18, so yeah, you're fine.
Okay, cool.
Barely even need Swan's help.
Glad I could help.
Yeah, just like.
Like land 5 feet past.
I've just got my arms out still, and she just goes straight past it.
And then I'm going to, because I'm kind of already dashing. How much movement would I have after that? If I've done 25 feet here, jumped over.
So 15 feet across.
So that's
Yeah,
So
the jump itself does count as movement.
Yeah, so 20 feet extra.
20 feet extra. Cool. I'm gonna just edge myself around. Maybe here. And just stay there and wait. Because I'm not gonna run head first again.
Okay.
I'm gonna prepare. Actually, I'm gonna prepare to dodge.
No, you're not, because you dashed.
Oh, bollocks. I'm gonna do nothing.
Okay, why die?
Wish I was a rogue.
Yeah, he's just gonna absolutely barrel it down as fast as he can. Just gonna take the dash as an action, and obviously for now just extend rage because he still doesn't know if anyone's alive, like to kill yet. So
Yeah, you get a distinct impression that you're being left behind, and that probably means the slaughter is moving on ahead of you.
and enter the.
Okay, Yinfu.
Here we go.
Right, I'm gonna mirthful leap, which is D8. I remembered it this time. 5 foot,
Okay.
plus another 5 foot of shunt, right?
Yep, so 10 feet as the bonus. And then standing long jump would be half your strength.
Which
So-
is 4.5.
So 15 feet, shall we say. So, do you want to...
Oh, like
Well, you might have to.
there-ish.
If you take
So-
like
Wait, run
If you
run
step
back and then run
10
forward
feet
again.
back and then go 10 feet, you should be able to make it. I think.
Okay, and then a full run
Yep. Okay.
Get me probably just to there.
Okay. Info, you hop across and you make it this time.
Incredible flying goat. That was that's all of my movement. Can I actually see any?
Not
anything from
particularly.
here? Nope. Then I might take the action to dash. Just to confirm, it was like this general direction that we heard.
Yeah, they kind of went running up that way.
Cool. So yeah, I'm gonna take the action to dash. And I'm guessing this cliffside is difficult.
Yeah, difficult terrain of that, same as usual.
Cool. I think. Yeah, that's probably about right, and I will end it there.
Okay, cool. So on that, one of the goblins up here that was waiting sees
my
you,
God, again.
and that is going to trigger some additional combatants here. To your alarm, Yinfu, you kind of hear a very deep roar followed by, kind of a battle cry of smaller creatures.
Oh no!
I'm an ogre.
Oh.
So this one is going to take his turn to run up, take a pot shot at you.
Oh, whoopsies!
It misses.
Fucking hell.
Which other one is in the turn ahead of you? So Hobgoblin is also going to charge down into cover, and he's going to use his longbow. This one hits, I'm afraid.
No, I can't complain. I've been so lucky with those.
You were very close to a crit there. That was kind of scary.
Yeah.
Okay, so this arrow finds its mark. You kind of hear the thundering of footsteps, and kind of barreling around this corner, you see an ogre kind of starting to appear around the corner, trying to squeeze its way through that gap. Kind of fixes its eyes on you, and it's going to use its action to dash at you as a kind of a charge. However, it can't then obviously attack, and it's doing the thing again with its squares, so there we go. This other hobgoblin takes the time.
I noticed this hobgoblin is also straddling the.
Yeah. I don't know why it's doing it, but it is. Now this one, he can't really get a shot at you because the ogre is very much blocking his way, so he's just going to wait. And then that brings us back down the initiative turn to where we're at. So this goblin runs forward. And again, he can't really get a good angle, so he's going to dash up a little further. Okay, Erlang.
I am hearing this. Still gonna help these prisoners. I am gonna cast Good Berry, and then quickly distribute a berry to each of the prisoners.
Sure, so you hand these good berries out, and they're kind of gratefully received. You notice that the condition of their skin starts to kind of noticeably improve as you dish them out.
We will be back for you, don't worry. And then he's going to walk over to here to get ready to jump next round. Maybe one more if I don't stand on the fire.
So, also issuing a battle cry. This hobgoblin is going to charge as far as he can get. Using a dash, but that is going to be him. And then finally, a gobbo is going to do the same. So the rest of you kind of hear these bellows and these war cries, and you can kind of see Elias and Erlang. Obviously, you've got pretty much a prime view of this. The rest of you can kind of only really just hear it happening. Obviously, Yinfu, you've got a front row seat, so that's going to be a pressing problem. Okay, Zoran, your turn.
Cool. Well, I saw it. They go jump over and then a load of loud noises and commotion. So, seeing as no one's probably jumping here anymore, I'm going to move 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, and I still probably can't really see much, can I? So I'm going to...
it's all kind of at the top of the...
Yeah, so I'll dash as the bonus action anyway, so that's 5, 10, 15, 20, and then sort of back here, so I'm slightly covered, and well...
You'll be able to see the...
I can see it, there we go. Yeah. So I'm going to target that and shoot with the short bow.
Okay.
When I target things, I don't think the attack roll thing ever works. Never tells me.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. That's done it.
Oh, it didn't. It doesn't have a tick or a cross next to it to me. It just says 9.
Oh right, okay. It comes up as kind of red cross.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, the arrow kind of hits this ogre, but it's kind of wearing fairly thick leather, kind of jerkin. Doesn't really pierce it.
Wonderful. Well, that's the end of my turn.
Okay, Elias, you can see you've got a problem here.
Yeah.
Or more accurately, Yinfu has a problem here.
Yeah, true. Okay. I will. Because I need to get across quickly and I ain't fucking jumping. So, I'm gonna Misty Step. I might have to just move 5 feet first, but... Yep, I will Misty Step my way over. Yep.
Okay, cool. So
Now I've got a full view of the big guy at least.
You'd see the big guy and probably maybe the top of the hobgoblin's head.
Okay.
You
Big
can
guy.
hear there are more coming.
One big guy. Okay. I'm going to target the big guy with Crown of Madness. Needs to make a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw.
Okay. He fails that.
Nice. Okay. And then I've still got 25 feet of movement. So this whole barricade really has been destroyed, but it's still 10 feet up.
10 feet of cliff, but the barricade on top isn't going to pose any more problems.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna shift slightly. Yeah, I'm just gonna stay here. Let the fighters get up front.
All right, Lima,
Pretty
your turn.
sensible, Cal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
God. Okay, well... I guess I will throw it. Jesus. Actually, I'm gonna stay... I'll see what I can see here. I wouldn't be able to shoot the big guy from here, would I?
Yeah, you'd be able to see him.
I could? Okay.
Mhm.
I'm gonna shoot the big guy then from here, because then I've got, like... a bit of cover? Maybe? Yeah. Try my best. I always forget the target, I do.
That is a hit.
Brilliant. Yay! 2 damage.
Not a very powerful hit, but the arrow does connect.
I'm trying. I'm just gonna say, Info, get down! Because I do not want her there right now. And I'm gonna end my turn. Ah, wait. I'm gonna move back a little bit and
Okay,
then.
so you kind of press yourself into the
Yeah.
rock-based spire with a little bit of cover. Okay, so this gobbo up here, he is going to move 30 feet down.
Is it just me as well, or are not all of these enemies centered in their squares?
No, they're not. I don't know why it is. Whenever I move them with the mouse, I'm gonna just have to move them with my arrow.
Oh, so you can like incrementally move them, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a bit frustrating, really. I'll fix the ones I can.
Yeah, no worries. It was
I'm
just
sure it's
confusing
something
me
you
a little
can
bit.
turn off, but
Yeah.
I've not really looked. It's just something I deal with and get annoyed about.
So this gobbo, he's going to fire an arrow at you, Unifu, because he's kind of underneath the ogre at this point. He's only stunty. However, he's not a particularly good shot, and the arrow kind of thuds into the barricade, just kind of next to your shoulder. This hobgoblin, however, he is going to decide to move around. Might get a slightly better shot, but from here he can kind of see a few more of you. So, seeing that obviously Yinfu's kind of covered at least by his comrades, he's actually going to use his longbow to shoot at you, Erlang. Because he can see you're obviously kind of dealing with the prisoners, and he doesn't particularly like that.
No!
However, the arrow misses you. It's obviously a bit longer shot than he's maybe used to taking. Okay, Wide Eye, you can now definitely hear the sound of a fight up ahead, and from the sounds of it, it's something fairly big.
Yep, absolutely. So he is
Something to wrestle with.
absolutely barreling fast as he can. You can see everyone now, so he knows he's going in the right direction.
Uh-huh. You can kind
Um,
of see the situation with these new enemies kind of bearing down on the rest of the party.
You can see them. He's got a big grin on his face, on his bare face, very toothy grin. Bonus action to keep the rage going, and hopefully get to do something next turn.
Okay. So, the ogre is obviously under the effect of Crown of Madness. So, Cal.
Yes. So you said I could see the head of that hobgoblin next to him,
Uh-huh.
so I will choose him as the target.
Okay. So, ogre is going to try and swat at him. He very nearly does it as well, but at the last moment, the hobgoblin kind of catches this club being raised above his own head, and just manages to kind of step backwards. Now the ogre is a little bit slow, shall we say, so he doesn't really think much of this, just kind of swats away at this hobgoblin. You can see Yinfu here, but Yinfu is fairly scrawny and fairly small, whereas he can see some larger, juicier looking humans down there, so he's actually going to kind of barrel past you, Yinfu, using his kind of momentum. He's going to jump down, and he's going to close the distance with Swan over there. I'll send him to his relevant squares. And that is going to be the end of his turn, so he'll need to make that wisdom saving throw again.
Yinfu gets a.
She will, yes.
Thank you.
Oh, there's an ogre.
Opportunity. I don't remember what it was called.
Yeah.
Christ.
So, Yinfu, do you want to roll an opportunity attack?
Yeah, sure. Oh!
Yeah, that'll do it. That's a hit. Okay, so you strike him as he goes, but doesn't seem to stop him. He's determined and/or hungry.
Yeah, he gets another wisdom save.
Makes that, although given his modifier, I'm not holding out too much hope for him. Yep, that is another failure. Okay, so Hobgoblin over here, he's going to move forward 30 feet. And then he is going to fire at you, Yinfu, because you're the only one you can really see properly. And that is a hit. So yeah, the arrows now, they're starting to really take a toll. It's all adding up. And it is your turn.
Okay, I think I'm gonna just thank my lucky stars that the ogre doesn't feel like goat for dinner tonight. And I'm gonna move across, and then returning to an idea I had previously. I'm going to... I can move through here without provoking opportunity attacks, can't I?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool. Now
okay.
I'm going to use that Thunder Wave. And I'm going to upcast that son of a bitch as well while I'm right in the middle of everybody.
Okay.
So I believe that's where it would land. So,
Yep, I'll roll some saves.
Constitution, yeah.
So failure from that Hobgoblin. A crit from that one.
Oh shit.
So that one's going to be alright. A save from that one. And a failure from that goblin. Okay, so
Cool.
half and half.
Yep. So increased damage. So 17. And push 10 feet away for the ones that failed, and then successful saves take half damage.
Yes,
An arm push.
So that one is gonna die.
Oh wow.
That's his that one. And actually, that one is 2, because even with half damage, he's only a gobbo. This goblin's just going to get pushed away instead.
Okay.
This hobgoblin, even.
Yeah. And then let me just delete that, and then it's not taking up space. Cool. That's weird. It's not taken into account any of. Oh no. No, it didn't take into measuring. That's why. And I'm gonna just. Oh, hold on. It should be there. Yeah, just move out of the way a little bit, and that's the end of my turn.
Okay. So seeing this magic, these goblins now are going to take the chance to kind of pile in on your isolated form, thinking that you might have potentially spent the last of your magic. So this one's going to attack.
I mean, that was pretty nasty, but yeah.
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 Good job.
However, that is a critical failure. So,
Yeah.
do you want to make an unarmed strike against him?
Yeah, go on.
Roll.
Hell yeah, dude.
Boom. Okay, hit. And that crunches his face pretty conclusively.
God.
Yinfu just like unleashing the beast.
Yimpu's fed up. I'm like,
I've been watching Wide Eye, and I'm like, yeah, you know what? There's an animal inside me too.
Okay, so Erlang, you can kind of you heard obviously the rumble of this thunder wave. You can kind of see Yinfu just like up there, seemingly holding her own, but you're more probably worried about the ogre that is kind of surrounding a few of your friends.
Friends, we just met.
Oh well, yeah, but the people who have ransacked your grove generally caused you a bit of an existential crisis of freeze a dragon that you thought was a fit. Yeah, we'll put the whole friend thing aside for the time being.
But they're importantly between me and the ogre, and enemy of my enemy. I've presumably just seen Wide-Eye barrel up this slope.
Yeah, you can see he's kind of going full steam, probably on all fours as a bear.
Big Batman, can I catch you right across?
I don't know. Could he catch her right across?
I am small.
He is
if that
small.
Makes any difference? Just
You
like
are a
cling
bear.
to his back.
It would also be cool as hell, so why not?
Hell yeah!
I'm guessing it'd be like an action to mount him.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Ayo.
okay, I want to be on the right tool. I will sit just above him for token's sake, but consider us on the same
Yes.
square.
Okay, so you kind of cling on to Wide-Eye's kind of furry back.
Climb
So
on,
you
grab a
start
couple of
to,
handfuls, and
as
hold
he
on
starts
to
to
the
barrel
eye.
towards the edge of this cliff. Okay, so Zwan, you have a ogre-sized problem.
I
in
do,
your vicinity.
and I'm fully aware that there is a bear-sized problem approaching from the rear very quickly.
Yes.
As well. So what I will do first.
Is this the rock and a hard place they were talking about?
I'm going to maneuver my way around the ogre. 15, 20, 25 feet.
Okay.
And I'm going to throw a melee attack at him with my rapier, which is a 16 to hit.
Okay, so you kind of get him on the leg behind his greave.
Nice. And unfortunately, my friends are not quite within 5 feet, so it's just normal damage, which is 11. Rolled fairly well.
Good. So, yeah, the ogre kind of bellows as you kind of slash into his flesh.
And I don't think I want to stay near the ogre too much. And I also don't want to leave Yinfu up there on her own. And because I've got mobile, or whatever it's called, because I've attacked him, he can't opportunity attack me for this turn.
Oh.
So I'm going to use my bonus action to dash. Oh, no, not ping. And just run up here to support Yinfu.
Okay, cool.
And end my turn.
So, Yinfu, you kind of see something approach you, ready a kick, but you kind of realise quite quickly it's Swan come to assist.
Probably it's my eyes blur and I can't quite get a bead on who it is. Oh, it must be Juan.
Because how fast he's
No one else can just move that quickly,
No.
you know.
Yeah.
It's uncanny. Okay, Elias. Zwan has made good his escape. This obviously leaves you with the ogre-sized problems.
Okay.
I feel as though Lime would just be waving to him, like, through the gap. So, like,
Well,
Through his legs.
yeah.
here's the thing though, because part of Crown of Madness is that he is charmed. And someone who's charmed can't attack the charmer.
This is true, actually, yeah. So he kind of just stands there, confused perhaps a little bit.
So I guess seeing Wide-Eye, or seeing this, whatever the fuck's happening over here with a gnome riding a bear, I'm just going to try and keep his focus on me, so give Wide-Eye a chance to do whatever he's going to do. I'll move up around this side of the campfire, like, just shouting to him, "Hey there, handsome! This way!" And
Okay.
actually,
Oh, you're a girl, Ogre.
so I'm just trying to keep his focus on me, I guess. If you
Okay,
want me to
cool.
make a roll for that, I would have advantage as well.
No, I think that's fairly thematic. It's charms and it's quite stupid, so it kind of follows you as you kind of try and avoid upsetting it.
But in terms of actually doing anything, because I need to use my action to maintain
charms
the
is
spell.
very much dependent on that still being in effect.
Yeah, so I'm going to have to hold that. And as for a bonus action, I can't really see anyone up to do anything. Oh, actually, no, maybe.
Does
Yeah,
your
no,
push have to be away from you, or can you push someone?
No, it can be towards me, but it's only has a 30-foot range. So I was going to say I was going to hold my action again to try and pull Wide Eye across in case he didn't make it, but he's a little bit out of range.
And you'd need that action to.
Well, it would be it's a bonus action for the
Of course, yeah.
telekinetic.
Telekinetics bonus.
But yeah, no, there's nothing else I can do really. End turn.
Okay, so Lime, you now obviously have this thing's back to you. It doesn't know you're here.
I'm gonna full on smack him with my greatsword.
Okay, so do that with advantage because it'll be a surprise to him.
Yeah. Thank you. Oh, no, that's what I wanted. My greatsword isn't in my bag.
No, because you dropped it and you never picked it up.
Shit! Well, I have a scimitar, so I'll use that for now. I'll go pick it up.
I was wondering when you'd realise that.
Well, that's okay.
It's still a hit.
Thank God. Oh.
Okay, so Yoga kind of snaps out of his confused look and turns to face you. But it's not his turn just yet.
And I'm gonna end my turn now.
Okay, so this hobgoblin over here, he realises that the goat is proved to be a bit of a problem. However, he's also seen his kind of smaller compatriot here just get his face kicked in. So he's instead going to attack the rogue that has just appeared out of thin air. Or at least attempt to.
Just.
This one obviously being quick at running is also fairly agile at dodging, so this longsword kind of sweeps towards you, but not quite enough to catch you as you twist out of its path. Okay, Wide Eye, your turn.
Well, some random gnomes just jumped on me, so first thing I'll do is shake it off and then attack it. No. So how far?
So it'll be a running
15.
leap for you, so you're going to get 20 feet of movement to jump across, which should probably be plenty
To
for you.
there. Whoa, select. There we go. So I'd pretty much make it to like just on the edge.
Aha! Allowing you cling on for dear life.
Yep.
Noticing a particularly nasty looking waterfall to your left, but you try not to think about that until after you touch down.
I think Erlang probably would have closed his eyes actually as Wide Eye lifted off.
Okay, so
Cool.
you land with a reassuring kind of thud as you touch down the other side.
Every part of me's like, he'd reach for a javelin on his back, and I'm just wondering if he'd end up grabbing Erlang's leg. How hard can you throw a gnome?
Okay, let's find out.
Yeah, he would. Like, he'd land. I'm assuming Erlang would have just jumped off anyway, as soon as he was back on solid ground.
Yeah.
And wait, what's the range on a javelin? Because you don't have to throw them, do you? Or do you?
Well, they are really thrown weapons. You can't.
Yeah, it only has 30 feet or 120. Yeah, I was wondering if it's
Actually, hold on.
Yeah,
No, you can. Versatile enough to be used in melee combat as well.
Alright, so it would have to be 5 feet. That's what I was wondering because it was javelins are quite long. If they had any extra reach, but only a thrown kind of thing. So yeah, fuck it. Why the fuck not? We all know he wants to. He's seen a large target that he is going to absolutely go for.
Okay, so that hits. It hits pretty hard.
Yes. Cool. Right. No more javelins. But that's fine, because next time we can get up close to it.
So that won't be a problem as the ogre has decided to get up close to you. He's got to kind of move here and he's going to swing at you wide-eye because that hits enraged him. So first of all, his first attack.
I was going to say, I do still get to choose, but I would choose wide eye.
So that one's going to hit. 2 damage there. So that first one connects pretty hard, even as a bear it hurts. And the next one is also a hit. Okay, so Wide Eye, you take a fairly sound thrashing from this great club, kind of a spiked, essentially tree branch, clobbering even your resilient form. But you can see that this thing's wounded. It's kind of lashing out in animalistic rage more than, kind of a skilled fighter, just fueled by pain and anger. Alright, your remaining hobgoblin is going to move forward. And he is also going to attack you, Zoran, seeing you as potentially a sneaky threat here. And also he's seen what the goat can do. Okay, so that's going to be a hit, and again I'm still targeting Wide Eye.
Humble.
That is a fumble, but only on a damage roll. So you get caught by a grazing blow. It stings, but it's not really enough to have you worried. However, because there is a ally of the Hobgoblin near you within 5 feet, he is going to use his martial advantage to add some extra damage to that.
Not humble.
And that's, kind of basically takes the form of a shield bash to follow up the strike. Okay, Yinfu.
Right. How are things looking with the ogre? As I sort of glance in that general direction.
You can see a number of wounds on it, and it seems to be surrounded. Oh, sorry, I'm still connected to you. It seems to be surrounded by allies, so
Cool.
they
I'm gonna
may
make
or may not have
the-
it under control.
The choice to deal with the problem right in front of us, and unarmed strike.
Okay, you punch the hobgoblin, but his chainmail just ends up hurting your hand more than it does him.
Bang. Cool. That's gonna be my turn.
Okay, Erlang, you're off the bear, you're on the other side of the river, you're in a bad spot between a barricade and an ogre.
Wide-Eye just took a fairly nasty hit, didn't he? How's he looking?
Well, you've seen him better. He's still got that grim look of determination on his face, but there's kind of blood pouring out the side of his mouth now.
It's in my best interest him not dying. So I am gonna pop. I'm gonna pop a cure wounds on him. 6 health back. I rolled a fucking 1. My healing rolls today have been subpar.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
And then I am going to use my movement. Ignore what it says about the extra thing. I'm going to use my movement just to move around a little bit around the ogre.
Okay.
So I'm not with my back against the water.
Sure. Okay, Zwan, your turn. These hobgoblins are a little bit more militarily adept than their smaller friends.
Yeah, that kind of hurt. So I'm going to swing back at that guy that very much hurt me
Okay.
with my rapier. $17.
Okay, so you thrust up at him, but your lunge is a little slower than it would otherwise be. Your wounds are clearly taking their toll. Still, you force him to kind of jump back and give quite a wide parry. But no joy on this one.
Damn, I've not hit for like 4 rounds. And I think I might need to disengage as my bonus action. And
Okay.
run, and run. Bit. 10, 20, 40. Next to Elias, that'll do.
Uh-oh.
Okay, Elias, it is your turn.
Okay. Now I've got a bit of a dilemma here.
Oh, actually,
Right.
before you do that, the ogre needs to roll his con save. I forgot to do that at the appropriate time.
Con save?
It's not
What
con,
wisdom?
wisdom saving from the.
I'm going to say not con, I'm guessing his con's a lot higher than his wisdom.
Go back up the chat and find that.
I can repost it if you want.
That would be a lot easier.
Do not consume spell slot. Do not end my concentration. Or continue my concentration? I don't know.
Yep, he still fails that. So that is still up at the start of your turn.
Okay. Yeah, so the question is now, do I want to end it so I can actually cast something proper? Or do I use it to force him to attack Lee May and spare Wide Eye? Or do I do something else?
Have it squash Erlang just for the lols.
So there was no trap around this area, was there?
There wasn't.
No. Okay, fuck it. I'm gonna run up behind him, and I'm just gonna say, "Hey, fella," and I'm gonna cast Shocking Grasp on him,
Okay.
which will end my concentration.
Sure. So he kind of snaps out of it. Do you want to roll that?
Yeah.
Okay, it's a hit.
Oh right, okay. 3.
Do they not come up, just out of curiosity, do they not come up as hits or misses for you guys, like green and red, ticks and crosses?
I only ever see it.
Not for the ogre.
I only ever see it on crits and nuts. Whenever there's a crit, I'll see a green tick, and whenever someone
I
gets a
think
nut,
I only see
one,
it
it's
on
see red X.
saving throws. And maybe
Yes,
crits. And
actually.
nuts.
Yeah, it's been a bit inconsistent.
Oh.
Interesting. Right, okay, cool. Yeah, so you hit this ogre with a Shocking Grasp, made easy by the fact he's not really looking at you. So that shocks him, and he's now not going to be able to take reactions until start of his next turn.
Yes. Unfortunately, to get up to him, it did take pretty much every bit of movement that I had. I will also fuck it. Yeah, why not? I'll try a telekinetic shove on him, even though his strength's probably.
Still rolls low, so.
So I'm going to shove him into those boxes and shit in front of him.
Okay, so you. Oh, why am I selecting him? He is getting shunted now. His feet are quite unsteady on this rough terrain.
Just give me an idea. But next turn.
Okay, Lee May.
I had an idea, but I don't know if that's a good idea now. I was gonna try and jump on his back and kind of put my sword into him that way.
Well, first you would have to try and do that, which would be a very challenging roll, should I say.
Okay, I will just hit him then. Because I don't want to try it, because I just thought it'd be distracting away from others, but I'm gonna just try and hit him.
Okay.
It was always the thing I tried to do with ruling, is like jump on big creatures, and it almost never worked until the final boss.
Does that hit?
Okay, so the scimitar kind of swings against this ogre, but between the jerkin and its kind of thick skin, you fail to kind of find much purchase with the blade.
And I'm gonna have to end my turn there, unfortunately.
Okay. So the hobgoblin is going to take the chance to move up and behind Lee May, and he's going to try and finish off this pesky go.
That one's dead, Crispy.
Yep, so it is. The one that is alive is going to attempt to do that.
There you go.
Obviously, Yinfu, you are very acutely aware that Zwan has just kind of left you to your fate up here.
He ran in, tried to
realised
hit
it
things,
wasn't-
ran away.
Yeah, realised it wasn't in his favour to stay here, and he's got out of dodge. So you're now facing these two pissed off hobgoblins. However, that one has a crit failed, so do you want to roll a...
Oh my god.
Hell yeah, I do.
I swear you've killed more of my fucking minions this game through, like, them crit
On their
failing.
turns,
getting
yeah,
kicked in the
Yeah.
face. Yeah,
I'm assuming that hits, I can't see.
it does, yep. Okay, so you give him a solid punch to the face, which kind of sends him sprawling back with a bleeding nose. Okay, Wide-Eye, your turn.
Yeah, well, after that enormous hit, he absolutely wants to return the favor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was good. Tell me resolution's not correct. There we go. Right, so we will practice. Oh my Christ!
Okay, so Wide-Eye, you're kind of still reeling. Your head is a bit fuzzy and spinning. You swipe with the axe, but it's kind of easily battered aside by this ogre's club.
Yeah. Not a huge amount else he can do, unfortunately. So he's just gonna, keep it going, end turn, and get ready to try again.
Okay, so the ogre, now not particularly bothered by Lee May's attacks as of yet, tries to finish a job. Let's make sure I'm not targeting Yinfu as well. So, first attack is a crit.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
It's a good job it's not a Vorpal Great Club.
Oh my god.
Oh Christ!
So, Wide-Eye, your ringing head isn't helped by this blow, which kind of just comes smashing down on your spine. Obviously, your bear form's slightly more resilient. You wouldn't have wanted to get hit like that if you were still but a man. But either way, it leaves you kind of gasping for breath in a kind of a struggling manner. And the giant, sorry, not the giant, the ogre's not done with you just yet. Although this time you managed to kind of get the shaft of your axe in the way just in time, preventing a kind of a follow-up attack from sealing the deal. Hobgoblin up here, however, is going to try and hit Yinfu again. Try being an active word, seeing as she just seems to be blessed by fate this session.
How long can it last?
Not very long,
shit.
because that is a crit.
What the fuck?
Oh my god.
However, it's
Okay.
it's a pretty low roll, so that's going to be applied. However, he is going to use his martial advantage feature to add that up. And if I wanted to be really mean, that class as a crit too.
I mean, you would do it for us. It's
yeah.
kind of, yeah, go for it.
And narratively, it does make it more interesting. So,
Cool.
Yinfu, you are bleeding from a nasty, nasty open wound as this longsword is kind of ripped out of your lower abdomen, kind of dragging what looks disturbingly like some of your intestines with it. But the pain is just all-consuming at this point. It is now your turn.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna healing word myself.
So exhausting her last spell slot.
Yep. Apply healing.
There you
There we go. Oh, hold on. Would you take 4 back off?
Yeah, sure.
And then, in terms of the hobgoblins either side of me, does one look like he's maybe taken more damage than the other?
Well, you've punched one in the face. You know that much.
Alright, the one that I've punched in the face, I'm gonna try punching in the face again.
It works. not expecting a second punch, you follow up and hit him again. This time, you're pretty sure you hear the nose break under your impact.
Right, and that is my turn.
Okay, Erlang, you can see that Wide Eye is just getting absolutely hammered by this ogre in his club.
Right, I'm gonna use my last spell slot on a healing word
Okay.
to try and top him. No, I'm gonna hold that off in case he goes down. Actually, I am gonna target the big guy and hit him with an infestation because there's not really a barrier between him and the water, is there?
No, he is on the edge of a cliff.
Infestation, and hopefully this doesn't fuck things up. It's a con save.
That is a pass.
That is a pass. I think it's a save or sucks. Yeah, it is. Okay, so nothing happened. I'm gonna just.
Unfortunately, this ogre is used to poor hygiene, and the infestation doesn't really cause him much discomfort.
I'm gonna move a little bit further away from him, and make sure I'm still in range of healing word. And my turn.
Okay, Zwan, so you've got a bit more breathing room down here, but you can see things are looking a little dicey with the ogre.
Yeah, things are a bit dicey everywhere. So at the top of this small cliff here, all of these barricades were sort of destroyed, but
They get incinerated or blasted away.
is there enough sort of material around there that if I wanted to take a hide action, that would be enough to cover me?
Possibly if you're at the top of the cliff, maybe. Depends on which way you were trying to hide and who from.
Well, I guess whichever one I can hide from. I was thinking the hobgoblins, but
Probably not, just because of where you'd need to be stood. You'd be pretty much just on the edge of a cliff.
yeah. I don't know what I want to do. I want to go on. I'll go back, realizing I wasn't followed by Yinfu. She's probably in trouble. I'm going to run back up. That was 15. Yeah, 35. And then use the rapier again.
Sure.
And hang on. There's a 20 to hit.
Which is a hit.
Finally. And I get my 2d6 because Yinfu's within 5 feet. $15 damage.
Okay, so it doesn't hear you as you kind of stealthily climb back up. And thinking that it only has to deal with a very wounded goat, it's taken by complete surprise as you kind of skewer its lungs through the side of its torso.
And seeing Yinfu is similarly in trouble and feeling bad for initially abandoning her, I'm gonna move. It's still my normal movement, but I'm gonna move in. And then no bonus action. I don't have anything to use, so end turn.
Okay, so Elias, your turn.
Yes. You still need to deal with this fucker. To that end, move a little bit further away. I will Mind Sliver.
Okay. Be ready for its astounding intelligence. -2. And it was
That's in that one, isn't it? Yeah.
Okay.
Roll that damage as a crit.
As a crit? Yeah, nice. Oh, fucking hell.
Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah. Well, does that mean he gets minus 2d4 to a saving throw?
I'm afraid that won't stack. It is just damage.
Okay, well, see if we can do this. I'll try a telekinetic shove.
Okay, so DC 15
Minus 1d4.
4. So let's see how that one goes. That is a fail.
Is he going in the river?
Well, he's teetering on the edge at the moment, being a 4-tile creature, so he's going to have some difficulty keeping his footing, which means he's going to need to make a roll. And we will see. He's going in the river.
Hey!
So,
Finally.
given a shove and being on difficult terrain, the ogre kind of lets out a bellowing kind of roar as he topples into the river. Now, he is obviously quite strong, but for the time being, he's in there.
Ooh. That feels like quite an accomplishment, so I think I'll just end my turn there.
Well
Okay,
done.
so Lee May, your turn.
I'm just gonna shoot the. Oh no! Wait. Got an idea, which is never good. I'm gonna try and throw, because I like throwing stuff that I shouldn't be throwing. I'm gonna throw.
That's a Langor.
That's why I moved away.
Don't. I would. I'm gonna throw one of like a spike or one of these boxes at him.
Okay, so you take up a crate and prepare to throw.
What do?
You would probably need to be on the edge of the
thing
cliff just to see him.
Okay, I'm gonna just there.
That'll do.
All right. And then throw it at him. Would I just roll a d20 for this, or would I roll?
So D20, and then because you've got Tavern Brawler, I'll let you add your proficiency for it.
Yeah, I'm just not sure how. I swear there's a way to do unarmed.
Is there a way you can add it to your
Maybe I'll do
to your
that.
task
in a
bar?
minute. Yeah. I'll just do a d20 and then. Oh, okay. And that's my proficiency, which would be.
Oh, ignore that. Sorry.
Oh, I wish it was that. Yeah. That would be. Would I say I'd add my athletics proficiency?
No, it would just be for
Yeah,
strength. And
okay.
that one. But with the addition of your proficiency, that is going to hit.
Okay, cool.
So roll me a D4 plus your strength.
Mm-hmm. And that will be 7.
Okay, so the ogre takes a bit of a beating as this crate kind of impacts down on its back as it's kind of drifting downstream.
I'm gonna then move away from the thing.
Either for safety or in search of another crate.
Yep. And then I'm going to end my turn there.
Okay, Wide Eye. On the one hand, this has bought you a bit of breathing room. On the other hand, you can no longer hit him with your axe.
That is very true. I was going to say, how big's the drop to the river?
Well, enough that you'd have to jump in if you wanted to get back into melee.
See, part of me feels like he kind of would, but he also doesn't know what's going on elsewhere.
Sorry, I was just testing macros again. So you can make like a little macro in your hotbar and just name it throw crate,
Okay.
and then just have it as like 1d20 plus 2.
Both of your test rolls were some of the best rolls that you've done all
I
day.
know. It's so fucking annoying.
That
Get
makes
him out of the
perfect sense.
Yeah, I'll see if I can. I'll do that now. Well,
Okay. So would Wide-Eye be able to see anything going on up the top from his position?
You're reasonably tall and fairly far back, so you'd probably be able to see Kazwan's back there. Maybe the top of a hobgoblin.
But it still sounds like they're in combat, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, you can kind of hear the sound of combat coming from up there.
Yeah, because if he's toppled in there, Wide-Eye might kind of think that that's like
Problem dealt with.
kind of over and done with, yeah. 10, 15, 20, 25. To there. Yeah, tell you what, I'll take a bonus action to dash. Just to climb up that bit and get to there just to see what's going on.
Wait, can you
See
bonus
if there's
action
anything up
dash?
here to kill. Bonus action. Action dash, you know what I meant.
Uh,
Yeah, just to come up here because you can still hear something's going on. So come
presumably
check it
bonus
out.
action to extend range.
Yeah.
Okay, so the ogre. Let's see how many feet he gets swept downstream before he can react. 13, so we say. So kind of swept into a little further downstream by this rapidly moving current. He's going to attempt to climb back out, so he's going to make an athletics, which he doesn't have, so it's just going to be strength and then what's his proficiency? +2, so this +2. Yeah, he makes it out quite handily. So 10 foot of movement to get him up to the top. Angry as all hell, he is just going to charge at you, Elias.
Uh-oh.
No more smiling, confused ogre. Charmed by you, this guy is out for blood. Oh, sorry, I'm targeting you info again still.
would he be able to do that as he climbed out of the water?
Yeah, that was movement rather than action.
Oh, okay.
I will throw out a shield reaction to force that to miss.
Okay. So that takes your armor class to how long for this turn?
20.
For this turn, isn't it?
Yeah.
Alright, so he's going to try and do the same thing again.
Oh, shit.
This time it's going to go through, I'm afraid. Just the force of the impact kind of just shatters this this kind of low-level shield.
Damn.
Knocking the wind and quite a bit of blood right out of you. Okay, so meanwhile, the hobgoblin up here, seeing that things are not looking great for him, he's just going to try and finish off at least one opponent to better his odds. So sorry, Yinfu, that's you again.
Yup.
However, he misses, and then not really able to do all too much more. He's just going to stand his ground. He knows he doesn't really have an escape route behind him. It is your turn now, though, Yinfu.
I'm gonna attempt to punch him. Eesh.
You
Okay.
try, but your strength is failing you, and as such, so is your speed. The punch is quite weak and easily dodged.
And turn left. Erlang.
Okay, Erlang, this ogre problem isn't as resolved as you'd originally hoped for.
How is the ogre looking?
Angry.
Does it look like it's taken a beating, or is it still fairly...
Yeah, you can see a number of wounds.
I'm gonna move up this way. And then use my 1 free cast of sleep.
Okay.
And I will pop it in a position that just hits the ogre. So,
Alright, so
there.
I'm going to roll that.
Has he got more than 16 HP?
As it so happens, no, he doesn't, so he falls asleep.
Nap time! I'll get rid of the template as well.
Let me see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember I have to do the actual... Okay, there we go. So, the ogre falls asleep.
And I've still got a bit of movement, so I will move up round towards progress.
There's only one thing for it. I'm going to try and stab him.
Okay.
And I miss. And I end my turn.
Okay, so exhaustion is starting to set in. Obviously, you guys have been fighting for a while now, and you've all accumulated kind of nagging injuries at this stage. So the fight is just becoming less about technique and skill, and more just about desperation for survival.
You're trying to tell me that Hobgoblin isn't actually covered in soap, and that's why we can't hit him.
All right, Elias. So you've been bought a temporary reprieve now as this ogre kind of falls into a slumber.
Huh. That was handy. I'll have to be careful not to wake him up. I guess I can still hear a battle going on up there, so maybe I should lend a hand. I'll try climbing up. And then seeing the hobgoblin, I'll hit him with a mind sliver.
Okay. Which it fails.
5 psychic.
Okay. It's a minus D4 on its next save.
Yep.
Alright, so you kind of infest its mind, but it's kind of got more pressing issues at the minute, so it kind of grits through the pain.
That's this space directly behind it. Is that on the spike trap?
Well, it's a barricade more than spikes,
Okay.
but it's probably needs to be one after that to truly impale
Yeah,
it.
so I won't try shoving him. I'll save the minus D4 for someone else to do something a bit more special.
Okay.
And then that's it. End of my turn.
Right, Lee May. The ogre is asleep. You can hear the sound of fighting up above you.
Yeah, I think getting on higher ground away from the ogre would be good. So, do that.
Bearing in mind, any attack you make against him will be an auto crit, right?
Asleep and prone, yes, it would be.
It would be an auto crit.
Mm-hmm.
So you might be able to finish him off, or leave it until afterwards, and then
Wide-eyed
We
does
can all
have
just-
multiple axe.
yeah, true. Oh shit, yeah, of course.
Oh man,
I didn't even think about that.
I've literally just been DMing people.
I'm gonna leave that to Wide Eye. I'm gonna leave it to Wide Eye for sure. And I'm going to. That's 20, 25, 30. Get up here. How much?
10 feet to get.
10. Oh, I might as well dash then. I'm not running through him, by the way.
Just gingerly stepping over him.
Yeah, just like whoopsies. 5, 10. And then I'm just gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna just stay there. And you know what? I'm gonna try and entice the goblin to come and get me. So I'm gonna scream at the goblin and go, "Come on, over here, at me!" And just like, yeah. Can I throw a rock at him or something?
There are no easily available rocks, I'm afraid.
Can I kick some dust at him?
You try, it has very little effect.
Damn it. Okay. I tried. Cool.
Okay, Wide-Eye, your turn. You can see now this last lone hobgoblin is starting to look pretty outnumbered up here.
You're on mute, Chase.
I am on mute. Thank you for letting me know. So how does the hobgoblin actually look? Like,
He's taken a little bit of a hit, but he's still fighting. But he does now have 3 of your comrades closing in, not including yourself.
True. Also, because I'm assuming would have heard the ogre come out.
Yeah, you would have heard it kind of
Oh,
knocking 7 shades of shit out of Elias, who's now standing next to you, looking like he's had 7 shades of shit knocked out of him.
But it's down and out at the moment, isn't it? So it's not really a threat, is the big thing. Actually, no, you know what? He is. He's pissed off of it. He's angry. It's lay down. To him, this is the perfect opportunity.
Okay, so you'd line up the blow. It feels like some of the sport has been taken out of it, but at this point you're too angry to really care. And sure enough, similar to before, you feel the blade almost pulling itself down towards the vertebrae of the ogre's neck as you kind of deliver it the executioner's blow.
Nice. I think he'd let out a roar and just out of pure anger, perhaps just carry on hitting
Just
the corpse just a
blow
few
after
more
blow
times.
into the,
Yeah.
into the corpse.
So what's that? Was like 5. What is it? 10 feet? Did we say these drops were?
Yeah.
The 15. So it's 15 to get down. Yeah. So just in
It
case.
doesn't cost any more to get down because you're jumping down. It's just to get.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I can't select my token for some strange reason. It's just highlighting the
Hold on, let me.
the ogre.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Yeah. So I'll use my movement to kind of get back to where I was.
Okay.
That's 5, 10 down, 10 up, which is 15. Yeah, so I took 5, then dropped. It was 10 back up, so that's 15 feet so far, isn't it?
Huh?
Okay. 20. Yeah, I'll come join these guys.
Right.
And enter now.
So the Hobgoblin, seeing this situation get worse, he is going to play the only real card he has left at this point. He is going to disengage from combat. He's going to run to one of these cages, and you can't see him reach in and grab a prisoner. And as he pulls this prisoner to the side of a cage, he kind of holds his sword to her throat, and you notice that it is the Dragonborn druid you are looking for. You stop! I kill! The Dragonborn is terrified by this, obviously not really knowing what's going on. But you can see obviously there's no real way to get to him other than directly in front of you, so you have yourself a bit of a hostage situation. And I think for this purposes, then that will be the end of his turn. So Yinfu, you're left with a dilemma.
Oh boy. Does she look like she might put up a fight, or does she just look like she's shit scared?
She's shit scared, and yeah, she's just panicking. She's got a longsword pressed to her throat, and a hobgoblin who's clearly got nothing left to lose.
I'm gonna sort of pause and then look back at Elias and sort of try and gauge if he looks like he's got a plan to deal with this. Because he's possibly the only person who can actually do anything from this range that I'm aware of.
He might be able to do something. He sort of like shrugs. Maybe.
I'm gonna take a cautious step forwards to see what happens. See whether he responds.
Okay, so you take a step forward. You watch as he kind of yanks the Dragonborn even closer and starts to draw the blade across her throat, just enough to draw some blood and let you know he's serious. Back!
I step back again. In fact, I step back a couple of times, avoiding the body on the floor. That's going to be the end of my turn.
Okay, Erlang. You don't really know, you don't see what's going on, but you can kind of hear that there's talking rather than fighting.
I think I'm just gonna scramble up the side and get a gauge on what the situation is.
Okay. So you kind of join your comrades and see this hobgoblin is obviously now in a position where he could potentially make your endeavours all for naught.
Wait, we can work this out! And that will be his turn.
Okay, so you are now the closest to the hobgoblin.
Okay. So I'm going to just like step. I'm going to keep like looking at him like reassuringly, and I'm going to step back down to here, down the cliff. 5, 10, 15, 20. Well, that's 30. I'm going to use my bonus action to then hide.
Okay.
Which is one of the ones down here. Move another 10, and then I'm going to dash. 10, 15. Oh, 10, 15. Would he see me here, or is this going to cover me?
You would need to roll me stealth for that.
15.
Okay, let's see if he notices. No, you're okay.
I'm going to proceed to just shuffle around here and get to a position where I'm hidden, but he's within sight.
Okay, cool. So you kind of position yourself, so you've kind of got a bit of a view through some of the kind of patchy holes in this barricade, keeping nice and low.
Yep, and that.
Okay, Elias, you can kind of see that Zorn seems to have the beginnings of a plan. But this hobgoblin is clearly very agitated, and probably quite unpredictable in what he's going to do next. Probably a case for caution here.
Okay. I'll start talking to him then. I'll just say, what do you want? Do you want to leave?
I go free! No harm!
Okay. It's a deal.
He kind of looks a little bit skeptical at this. But kind of a slow nod. Greets your proposal. He takes a moment to kind of unlock the cage, pulling this Dragonborn out with him. You can see he's kind of still keeping his blade very much pressed against her throat, and he begins to kind of slowly make his way down, kind of edging
I will
past you.
sort of say, I'll let me just move to one side and let you through.
So, very carefully, he kind of keeps his back to the wall. This Dragonborn kind of pressed is a direct shield between him and you. Yinfu, he kind of gestures for you to get out of his way.
Yep, I'll move out of his way.
Which I think we'll just say for the sake of it, we'll just end that combat just for... Oh well, we'll leave it as is, I suppose, just in case you do try anything. But he's going to continue kind of edging around, again, kind of shielding himself with this very distressed Dragonborn. As he comes around, Zwan, I'm afraid the game is up as he sees you there.
Yeah, I didn't have my bow ready because I didn't have time, but it's in my hand and I just put it on the floor.
Okay. So you all kind of stand, you kind of cut the tension in the air with a knife. Continues to.
When you reach the edge there, you let her go and then you can run on your way.
No, you stay. I go further. Then you have. He's obviously seen how quick some of you can move. He doesn't necessarily think that that's going to be a significant enough head start.
I'm then gonna just try. I'm gonna turn away from him towards up here and just scream, "Wait! There's more of them! He's lying!" And looking up and like preparing to attack, but looking that way.
Right, the rest of you kind of hear Lee May kind of call out in alarm. The Hobgoblin gets a bit spooked by this. As you guys all kind of take up arms again, he slits the Dragonborn's throat, drops her, and runs. So he's going to hop down over here, and he's actually going to take the dash action to plunge into the river.
Okay. Healing word?
Yeah, can I rush over and cast Cure Wounds on her?
Okay, so Erlang, you kind of run over you can kind of see this Dragonborn is kind of clutching at her throat. Kind of hear gargling as blood is kind of pouring out and air is bubbling out. She tries to breathe through it all. You try and kind of calm her down and you put your hands to her neck and cast Cure Wounds. It takes a moment and quite a panicked few moments they are indeed, but you do eventually get this this kind of wound under control.
I'll just be speaking to her in Druidic and soothing her.
There's panic in her eyes, but as this magic starts to kind of seep through her and kind of nick close that wound, she starts to calm down a little bit.
It's okay. You're safe now. You're safe.
I'm alive! Oh god! She kind of clutches at the wound. Even with your magic, you can tell that's probably going to leave a scar. As meanwhile, the hobgoblin floats downstream and over the waterfall, which may or may not kill him. Let's find out. But either way, it was probably a better gamble. No, he lives another day.
Oh my god.
Well, we found the BBEG.
Oh, God. Who are you people?
We've been sent by Master Zheng. I'm a druid of Shenxia's circle.
I know that name. Oh. Well, thank you, whoever you are. That's well, she can't really take her hand off her throat. The trauma still obviously quite apparent, but she kind of like looks at you, Lee May, with a quite sharp glance.
I put my hands up in surrender.
You could have got me killed! Careless oaf!
Just rest. There'll be time for talking later. Don't strain your throat.
She looks a little bit indignant. Obviously, you got to remember she is minor nobility after all. But she kind of nods at the suggestion. She kind of sits herself down and again just starts to take the time to recover a little bit, which ends that combat and gives you guys time to maybe assess what the hell's happened and how you all are.
Before I forget, I pick up my bow.
Uh-huh. So you guys kind of compose yourselves and gather. Now, a lot of you are looking very much for worse for wear.
Yep.
Is that all of them? None further back?
Flying.
Well, nobody's explored that way just yet.
Oh, well, I'll go. You know what, guys? I'll go.
Yeah, I mean, you're the one who said that you saw someone
Yeah,
back
you
there.
know
Maybe
what?
you should check it out.
I will go.
So Lima, you advance and have a look around. You can see that there are more cages here. Some of them are empty. Others have very much dismembered bodies in them.
Oh god. Okay, so nobody alive? Not even over here?
No other living prisoners other than obviously the ones in the cages a little bit before.
Okay, and what's up here?
So you climb up here, you can see what clearly must have been like the ogre's residence here, as a kind of a large stone slab that's being used as half dining table, half bed by the looks of things, is kind of adorned with kind of bones with clear bite marks in them. You notice a few other things scattered around, noticeably a couple of chests.
Are they open?
So looking at them, you can see that they aren't locks.
I will open them.
Okay, so looking inside, you see a collection of what clearly must be ill-gotten gains. Assorted loot, presumably taken from their victims. So you have a kind of a search through. You find what appears to be a set of half-plate armor. However, the kind of breastplate has a large tear kind of through the metal, rendering it much less effective than it would otherwise be. You see also a kind of small box which contains 5 bolts of fine silk, clearly material for a tailor. Beneath them is a kind of a cloth bag which is reasonably heavy. You'd probably guess about 3 kilos. On opening it, you can see that it is full of peppercorns. Clearly a merchant's wares. The other chest is kind of full of an assortment of captured weapons, most of them kind of imperial short swords. Nothing really stands out until you get about halfway through the pile when you see a particularly well-crafted looking dagger. Clearly this one has been commissioned for somebody above your rank and file soldier.
I will take that dagger. That will be a present for Joanne.
Okay, so I will give you, for the time being, that item. 1 moment.
And I will also grab the nice silks. And the
Sure.
popcorn.
So we add those to your inventory.
Might make a nice dress for the Dragonborn to say sorry.
So as you rifle through the rest of the loot in these chests, you find a couple of interesting things: a small silver ring, a very battered looking hat, and a kind of stash of coins. It's going to take you a while to count them, but you can get on with that while the others do their thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Is there anybody in this cage here, Crispy, as well? Did I see anybody, or was it no?
No, there's nothing else here.
Okay,
As far as you can see.
Cool. Okay. And then after I've done that, I'll head back, but I'm sure the others will be doing stuff while I'm doing this.
Yeah. Why are you just looting everything by yourself?
Well, yeah, well, I was the only one who went, so sounds like a cow thing, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I'll make my way up.
I'm something of a rogue myself.
Is there any leftovers, or has Lee May helped herself to everything?
There's some...
So you help Lee May with the counting of the coins.
Yeah.
As the rest of you kind of tend to this situation here. Erlang, I'm guessing you're probably going to try and free the other prisoners. That you kind of...
Yeah. If there's
I'll
any
go and
keys
help.
or something.
All right. So you can't liberate them. We're obviously quite grateful for that. Looking a bit better after the good breeze. So by the time Elias and Lee May finish counting, you come to a grand total of 17 gold pieces, 762 silver coins, and 126 coppers.
Sorry, can you repeat them? 17 gold.
17 gold, 762 silver, and 126 copper. Now, don't round those up all into gold, because that will obviously have an effect on the weight that each of those items would have.
762 silver.
Mhm.
And how much?
126 copper.
Yeah, 17, 762, 126.
Right, I'll put those into the bag holding.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh,
Mum said
if
it's
you're
my
trying
turn
to
with the
carry
coins.
762 silver pieces, I'm guessing that will be...
Lee May, grab your hands and
All right. So after some convincing, Elias, you kind of just hold the bag of holding open, and Lee May reluctantly kind of tips the chest into it.
How much would that weigh? 762. That's about 15 pounds of...
Coinage,
While they're counting coins, because that's going to take a little while, all those coins.
Yeah. Well,
I want to look at the bodies of like the small goblins, because they were shooting bows at us, and I've used a fair few of my arrows, so I'd like to try and find some.
Sure. So you have a look at the arrows. They're all fairly rudimentary. However, you can see that every now and again in the quiver you find what must have been a looted kind of Imperial arrow. So you managed to maybe get about 8 decent arrows.
Oh, wonderful.
So by now, the Dragonborn has kind of calmed down a little bit. You know, I don't think I really want to be a druid anymore. She kind of looks up apprehensively.
Don't say that. There's plenty of good that you can still do.
I think I'd much prefer to go back to my life as a noble. If you take me to my father, I'm sure he'd reward you with much more than that miser Zheng Zia would be willing to pay.
I think that's a matter that's best dealt with him personally. We can't say that you're doing that or not. Let's take you back to your master. Be there for discussions. We're happy to back you up if you decide that leaving is the right choice, but that's a discussion that you need to have with him.
She kind of shakes her head. No, I know what he's like. He'll try and twist your opinions into forcing me to help him. No, I'd much rather go home.
After everything she's been through, I'd be inclined for us to take her home.
How about we just go back to the city for now and then go from there?
My father's estate is in the other direction. We'd lose 2 days. Nonsense. Take me home. I'll see to it that you're handsomely paid.
Let's leave the cave and make that our first priority.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's
Let's get out of here. I don't want to stay in.
let's get the other prisoners. We'll catch our breath and then see what we can do.
And on my way back, I'm gonna pick up my sword that I left over here.
Okay, so yes, Lime, you pick up your greatsword, hoping that nobody would notice, but you see Elias kind of looking kind of curiously at you and wondering why you hadn't kind of kept that with you.
I will pick up the pieces of Lynn and stash them away.
Oh, well, at least you can revive her, I guess.
And also, I suppose there's these other areas that I'll pick over for any loot. Like, well, I guess around Hwatch is a bit burnt, but
Yeah, that's pretty much gone at the moment.
what was up in this other spot?
So over in there, you don't really find much else. Again, more kind of just captures what appears to be Imperial uniforms. You can see quite a lot of like torn and bloodied Road Warden's gear, along with a handful of coins. You managed to find 26 silver pieces here and 13 copper.
Okay.
A bit of a paltry sum. Clearly, most of the loot was stashed up there with the ogre, who you imagine was probably the boss around here, through merit of size, if not intelligence.
There were no other prisoners in here, I guess.
No, it's all empty in here. Just, again, kind of bloodied cages.
Okay.
Judging by the amount of kind of loot from, like, you know, uniforms and weapons and the number of living prisoners, there is a clear disparity there.
Yeah. A lot of bones lying around the cave. Let's not think too hard about that. Okay, so who feels like getting some rest and something to eat before we move out?
Yeah.
We've cleared out the cave. I say we use this as a somewhere to rest for a short while.
Cave is probably the most defensible spot around.
It's quite a homely cave when you get rid of all the dead stuff.
Right.
Yep. So we're doing a short rest, I assume. It's definitely not a long rest sort of area.
No, it's not really suitable for that, but you guys can take a short rest.
Or
Yeah.
48.
Ooh, Song of Rest.
Oh, I just want to roll 3. There we go.
So everybody gains an extra 3 hit points who rests.
Can I click and say add this to my apply healing? Yeah.
Okay. Everybody who wants to has rolled their dice, have they?
Not
Yeah.
yet.
Is it,
Oh, hold on.
with us resting, is it a new day as well?
No, this is still, kind of reasonably early in the day.
Okay.
Remember, this whole combat only took, a couple of minutes.
And then a short
Yeah.
rest is,
Something weird.
by the rules,
An
it's
hour.
like, oh, that was 20 minutes. An hour, yeah. Not long.
Rest is an hour, yeah.
Okay.
Unless you use the catnap spell, in which case it's
So-
10 minutes.
You guys kind of rest up a little bit. You start to feel a little bit better. However, this is shortly interrupted as Elias, a arrow comes whizzing past your head, very close for comfort. As you look across the river, you can see that our friend the Hobgoblin's back, and he's brought some friends.
Oh no.
Son of a bitch.
I knew it. I knew we should have fucking left.
So, assessing your options, you can go through them, or you can go down the waterfall.
How many friends has he brought that we can see?
You can see, you can see 7 of them, but the thing with goblins is where there's one, there's very often more.
How does the Dragonborn look? Has she been able to rest up as well?
Yeah, she's recovered.
Among the various debris around here, are there pieces of wood large enough to be deemed as makeshift rafts?
There's kind of empty crates that would probably be buoyant if you were to close them. But as the obviously newcomers start to loose their arrows, the survivors that you've released start to get very panicked here.
Okay,
Yeah.
everyone grab a crate and get in the water.
Yep. I grab one of the crates. There's a little barrel here. I'm going to grab this.
We're not fighting out. Well, I guess I'll. Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna. I'll cover everyone's back and I'll throw a fireball. my last
will you?
fireball.
Not with that. You won't. You already used 2 fireballs, which is more charges
3.
than the 1.
No, 3 charges each.
Of course, that's 10. What I think I had 7.
So
When you first picked it
the
up,
last-
I believe.
Oh.
last fireball, just trying to sort of cover our backs.
Admittedly, if you fuck them up with a fireball, fighting sounds a lot better.
I'll move back to where I was. in case
Yeah,
anyone
gonna
joins.
gauge the reaction of the fireball.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, roll initiative again.
Oh my god!
Oh, can you add us to the combat track? Oh yeah, you're doing it.
Yes.
Way ahead of-
Oh, that's a good roll. Nice.
Hey!
God, why did we say?
Oh, even better. Oh, I sent that 20.
Where are we?
All right, so you guys have rolled pretty well there, giving you a fairly decent head start. You guys clearly, your rest has left you a bit more alert than these enemies who must clearly have been marching for a while after being informed by the other hobgoblin. So, Zwan, you can kind of see there are some coming around the corner. Well, actually, you probably can't see. You've only just heard the alarm being raised by Elias.
Elias, yeah.
Oh, I should have hit short rest. 1 second.
Okay.
I'll rectify that.
Short resting in the middle
Well,
of combat.
Sort of
Just-
like.
just ignore that. Ignore that. It's all good.
I was on a break! 1,000 rounds later.
I'm contracted for a lunch hour. I'm going to take my lunch hour.
Because I didn't realise I had to press the button. Okay, it's fine. Proceed.
Right. So sort of like in my head, like, oh, here we go again. I'm gonna dash.
Okay.
Up we go. Ignore. Hang on. Give me measurements, please. There we go. Or not. Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20. You know what? I'll measure it, and then I'll move it. Oh, it's not great. Yeah, I'm going to dash to there. So I'm sort of half in cover, he says. And then I'm going to ready a short bow if anyone gets within the 80 feet sort of range.
Huh?
And oh, yeah, I don't have the end turn thing.
Oh yeah, these begin the combat.
There we
You go. Okay, Erlang. You're obviously quite aware that you've got a lot of civilians here that probably aren't going to be used to this kind of thing.
Yeah. I can't currently see any, so I'm gonna see how far I can move. Head down over to here. Can't currently see any, but they're all over there. So I think I'm just gonna leave it there.
Okay, Unifu.
I am going to encourage the civilians to start using the crates to get down the waterfall. And then I'm gonna scoot in this direction, and then how far are we? So if anything gets within 60 foot, which is kind of this range, I'm gonna ready a vicious mockery.
Okay.
And that's gonna be my turn.
Alright, Elias.
Okay. So I'll move a little bit closer. Ah, yes. Bit closer still. Yes. I'm going to turn to the others and say, okay, there's quite a lot of them. I think we should go over the waterfall. And then, yeah, fuck it. I'm just going to throw a fireball out. Do up to... Yeah. That'll do nicely. Holy
Okay.
shit.
So 1 save,
8 targets.
2
Nice.
saves, a failure.
8? No, it's 7.
Oh yeah, this one's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
God damn, that's a lot of fucking passes.
You might still do enough damage.
I mean, I'm going to level with you. They're gobos,
Yeah.
but not.
Yeah, true. Very true. Right, here comes the damage. Oh!
Yeah, I just incinerates all of those.
Jesus Christ! That's an amazing roll. Oh.
Eking out the last kind of drops of mana from these from this staff, you can't channel it all and just again a kind of firebolt streaks out, impacting in the center of this crowd and just erupting. There's not much left when you're done.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'll turn to the others as well. I've just barbecued 7 of them, but there's still more. Not really sure. Maybe that'll scare away the others? That might be wishful thinking. I think we
might be
should,
best to leave by the entrance rather than risking the waterfall, especially with prisoners.
We
Well-
could make like a hoplite formation.
If we can fight to the side entrance, we might be able to get past a few of them. Oh, what do you know? More of them have just appeared.
Boy!
I think we should... the waterfall, guys. The waterfall. It's definitely the waterfall. And I'm going to just start... Oh, no, I can't because I used all my movement. I'm just going to tell everyone. The waterfall. The waterfall.
Okay. So, Wide Eye, you kind of hear the whoosh of flame, and then Elias kind of beckoning everybody to take a swim.
Well, comes down to here, down. For God's sake. Stuck behind the ogre again. Oh, wait, I can do it with the mouse, yeah. There with the mouse, the keypad. So that gets me to, what was that, 5, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Excuse me.
So how many prisoners do we have with us?
So, they're going to be 6 of them, including the Dragonborn.
Right, okay. Well, if we're doing the waterfall, that seems to be the way we're going. On his way past, Wide Eye will literally shoulder the Dragonborn kind of thing, just pick her up on the shoulder to kind of like hold on to as he goes down, essentially.
Okay,
Trying
cool.
to mitigate any big damage kind of thing that she takes.
Okay, so you grab the Dragonborn who protests at the rough treatment. Obviously, she's a noble, you are a peasant, you should treat her with more respect, blah blah blah. You pay her very little mind and make your way towards the edge.
Big
And
fan.
while she's shouting and yapping and all this, I'd just be like, probably best to hold your breath and just jump in.
Okay.
Have I got
you,
enough time to shout out "Wild Shape" as he jumps?
You do, but he doesn't have enough time to do anything about it.
That was aimed at the apprentice.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so the apprentice hears you. She is going to panic a little bit. and she's going to wild shape into a fish.
I'm waiting for the
Uh,
Discord. Someone join the voice chat noise.
Oh no.
Wise eye, roll me a sleight of hand, please. In fact, is he around? It is his birthday. He's offline on Discord. Another day.
Oh, he would have loved it.
Sleight of hand,
hand.
please, to
There we
keep hold of this fish. Okay, so you just about managed to keep a grip on this fish, and kind of, obviously this somewhat makes it easier to, you don't have to worry about keeping a head above the water at least now.
He's starting to wonder if it's just better to throw her.
Okay, so Lee May then.
Alright, so I'm gonna take everybody. Oh, I'm all the way up here. Fuck. Dash down here, and probably. Oh my god, the ogre. That was a mistake.
Yeah, I'm just going to leave that 'cause it's the problem, isn't it?
Yeah.
Use your keypad.
Yeah. Go to the crate, grab a crate.
So you
and
could
then
grab the ogre, he'd probably float pretty well.
No, I'm gonna grab a crate. And I'm gonna prepare to jump in because I don't think I have enough to jump in as well. I came from up here. Yeah, I don't think I do at all. Right, and that will be the end of my turn. Where the fuck are these goggoos? Oh! Right. Oh.
Alright, so Hobgoblin advances. And how far is that range?
Where he is, about 145.
Oh, that's
To Elias, I should say.
Yep. Okay, so you're the only one who's within effective range of his weapon, Elias, so he is going to take a pot shot at you with that.
Oh shit. How long did we rest for?
An hour.
Oh, alright, no, okay, so I've still got my mage armor.
Yeah.
Okay, so the arrow kind of again just whizzes past. You're obviously, kind of the extreme range of his bow's, accurate fire. Perhaps he hasn't been practicing too much, or perhaps you just have a chance to dodge it. Either way, it's a bit unsettling.
Yep.
His friend is going to do the same, but this is obviously beyond his range, so that's going to be disadvantage. Another arrow kind of clatters off the rocks at your feet, kind of ricocheting up into the wall behind you. This one, however, is going to be within range, so... Also a miss. Elias, this is starting to get alarming. One of these will eventually find their mark.
Yeah. By pure numbers.
Okay, so Zorn, you can kind of hear the telltale whistle of incoming fire.
I'm gonna like get a crate and have it here ready. No, you know what? I'm gonna get a crate and follow Wado. I'm gonna jump in.
Okay, cool. So you grab a crate and leap into the waters. Crate helps a little with the buoyancy, but you still find yourself kind of bobbing along in this pretty fast current.
Yep. And I guess we just wait for the current to take us, don't we? So we end the turn.
Okay, Erlang. These arrows are landing pretty close to you now.
I similarly am going to run towards the edge of the water. As I'm running, Yinfu and Elias near me will see me grow, my legs extend, and just as I leap off into the water, I wild shape into a giant frog, and then proceed to start swimming down the river.
Okay, cool. So you'll have obviously the swim speed of said frog,
Which is 30
probably
feet.
faster than said gnome.
30 feet, so that would take me what? There-ish. Or also just pop that in chat so we know I've used it.
Okay.
And that's it.
Okay, Yinfu.
Oh, sorry. Wild shape is a bonus action, so I'm gonna dash as a frog and swim another 30 feet.
Alright, so Erlang leads the way. Very
It's taking the
deftly swimming.
waterfall at speed.
Okay, Yinfu, you kind of watch this transformation.
Frog going log flume
Hmm.
on the waterfall. Yeah, I'm having a bit of a how the fuck does Wide-Eye not understand me when everybody else apparently is a fucking animal? But that's okay. That's fine. I'm only a little bit salty about it, I guess. That's a lie. Elias, you coming?
Yeah.
Cool. I am going to grab a box. No, apparently I'm going to measure instead. Why do I leave it on that? Grab a box. And then sort of punt myself into the water. In fact, you know what? Let's see how far I punt myself. I'm really going for it. 5. An extra 5 foot. So, yeah.
Okay, so you likewise dash and leap into the water next to your comrades. The fact that it's intentional this time still doesn't really take away from these rapids are pretty violent, and there's turmoil there.
Yup. That's going to be my turn.
Okay.
Okay, Elias.
Yeah, I'll start moving back. How many of the prisoners are still here?
So most of them now are kind of either in the water or in the process of getting themselves in the water.
Okay. Well, yeah. I will likewise grab a crate and leap in.
Okay, cool. So you kind of splash in, obviously putting this kind of stone cliff between you and the incoming fire. The rest of the gobbos are going to try and dash forward, but they're not really going to be in a position to intercept. So, Wide-Eye, your turn. Now let's see how far you go. As just the tide takes you. So 14 feet of kind of passive movement. So your turn starts now.
Yeah, well, I guess the idea is to just push to the waterfall. I suppose I'll take the dash action to do it.
Yep, okay, so you swim with the current, and as the drop approaches, you keep a firm grip on the fish with your right hand and the crate kind of tucked under your left arm. You take a deep breath and you go over the waterfall. You reckon you fall probably about 50 or 60 feet, but as you kind of impact into the plunge pool, it's obviously quite deep at the bottom. and the crate gives you some extra buoyancy, so you don't actually hit the rocks at the bottom. You kind of break the surface again, kind of in a clearing at the bottom of the waterfall.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Just make my way towards the edge, and that will
Okay,
be.
so remove you from the combat, as you are essentially out of the active theatre. So Lee May, your turn.
Oh, I'm gonna follow everyone's lead. Jump in with the crate and just full on.
Okay, so Lee May, you get about halfway through your jump when you remember you're wearing chainmail, so please roll me in athletics.
Oh bollocks!
Oh no!
Yeah. Okay. 1 second, plan.
Okay, thankfully you're a strong swimmer and this crate does give you at least a little added buoyancy, if not enough to fully compensate. So kind of keeping your legs going, you stay with your head just above the water, obviously kind of snatching breaths where you can.
Oh no.
But you probably can't keep this up for an extended period of time as the weight is just trying to drag you down.
Oh, okay. Oh, I don't want to say goodbye to it though. Oh, bollocks. Okay. The way you said it like that, I'm gonna take my chainmail. Oh wait, no! I'm gonna put the chain. Right, I'm gonna get out of the crate and put the chainmail in the crate.
So it does actually take time to doff armor, so let me find out exactly how many minutes that takes.
Minutes. Okay.
Heavy armor is quite a lengthy process.
If it's minutes, I'm just
you're
gonna
probably-
swim.
You're probably wearing it under your
Well, this is it.
your outer sort of gear
Oh
and stuff.
no, then I'm just gonna. I
Okay,
didn't know it was
so
like I'm gonna
let's
swim.
see.
Heavy armor's 5 minutes.
No, I'm gonna swim. I'm gonna swim. I'm not gonna spend 5 minutes doing this shit. I'm gonna swim.
Okay, so you kind of start to fumble at your straps and very quickly realise it's you'll have drowned a long time before you get out of this.
Yes, I'll just keep swimming.
Okay, so
I'll
kind
use
of
my movement.
starting to feel that kind of panic of inevitable drowning. You try and kind of get yourself down this waterfall so you can get out as quickly as possible.
What's the feet of movement for in the water?
So your swim speed is usually equal to your walk speed, unless otherwise stated.
Probably about there then. Yeah. Cool. Okay.
Alright, so the hobgoblins move forward, but they can't get an eye on you, so for sake of time, I'm just going to speed this all up, and you guys kind of carried along by this current, going over the edge one after another. Lee May, you managed to kind of drag yourself to the side in time, but your leg muscles are kind of burning with the efforts of swimming in this heavy armor. But,
Can I try and assist Lee May as we're going down, given that I'm completely unencumbered?
Yeah, you can kind of help her along that. Obviously, just quite a heavy burden with this armor, but you kind of manage to get ashore, kind of coughing and spluttering as you pull yourselves up. So, you find yourselves at the bottom of this waterfall. Again, it's probably about 60 feet up from now, but it seems that the other creatures have declined the option to pursue. So you find yourselves in the woodlands, where I think we are probably going to have to end the session because we are getting a little bit late.